Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24 is brought to you by Badger Max Premium Sports Drinks. Drink it to the max. Northwest Surgery Center. Menards. And by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Sports Radio 1057 FM, The Fan.
Welcome to the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Northwest Surgery Center. We're live at the beautiful new Mary Bradford Stadium on the campus at Kenosha, Bradford, as the Red Devils take on the Hawks from Indian Trail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 1057 FM, The Fan, and this is the Fan pregame show. I'm joined by the two head coaches tonight's game, Matt Rizzo and Mike McKay. Coach, let's start with you. First of all, what a beautiful stadium. Congratulations to you, the school, and this community.
Appreciate that. It's going to be quite the night and already a packed crowd, but this is definitely for the Northside community and something that's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it really is. It's I got here early, people tailgating, really going to celebrate, I think, this new stadium. Coach, let's get to football. 1-4, not exactly how you wanted to start, but team beat Oak Creek. It's been really competitive. Looking to turn it around against a pretty good team tonight.
Absolutely. We're not where we want to be at, but tonight's another great test for us, and let's see if we can get the change of heart here.
You bet. Coach McKay, it's good to see you 4-1. Feeling pretty good about this year's team?
I am. I feel like we've starting to hit stride. I think our defense is playing well. We've really established a run game, and we've got a few weapons out at receiver that we can go to as well.
Hey, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the conference. You guys tied for first in the conference. Not as quite as top-heavy as I think it's been in the past. I think the conference is pretty competitive through and through.
I think it's very balanced this year. I still think that there's probably 4 teams that probably have a shot at winning this thing, and it's a week by week. It's a grind here in the Southeast, and there's no gimmies here, that's for sure.
Same question, Matt. I think it's really competitive through and through. I think you guys proved that a couple weeks ago with that win against Oak Creek.
I just piggyback on what Mike says. I picked this in the top 4 to begin with. Nobody else really did. They had us at 6th. I still believe we have an opportunity to be in the top 4 in the league. Like Mike said, it's a grind every week. It's a battle every week, but I still like our guys' chance. I still believe in our guys.
Hey, Coach, with the additional school, Indian Trail now has been around a while. What does that do to the youth program for Bradford, and numbers-wise, you guys still pretty healthy?
It's down probably just for like any program here in Kenosha, but the youth programs are still doing well. I started our own youth program this year with over 70 kids on Saturdays, so definitely I think everybody's taking a hit in numbers, but I still like how many guys we have coming out.
Mike, same question for you. Youth program strong?
Yeah, I think so. We're very fortunate to have a strong middle school program here in Kenosha. It feeds right into our high school programs, and I think we have a good 2 or 3 different private youth programs that do a great job. There's a lot of kids playing football in the community.
That's awesome. Guys, I'm going to cut you guys loose. Again, congratulations on this new stadium. Other side of the break, John Weiser, Terry Kelly will get you the keys to the game. This is the Badger Max Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, only on My 24.
Welcome to the inaugural football game at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. We're at Bradford High School, Kenosha, Wisconsin for tonight's Thursday Night Lights matchup between Kenosha Bradford and Kenosha Indian Trail. Good evening, everyone, along with Terry Kelly, John Weiser. So glad you could be with us here tonight. Boy, what an electric feeling we have here tonight in Kenosha.
Expecting a crowd of over 5,000. If signs directing people for standing room only along the track. Great atmosphere.
Beautiful facility here on Kenosha's north side, and we've got a very good football game for you tonight as well. 2 teams trying to compete for playoff possibilities here.
Well, right now, Indian Trail is tied for the lead 3-0. Bradford trying to get into the playoffs. This is a critical game for them. They're standing 1-2 right now.
And I think the intangible with this one tonight is the energy and emotion by Bradford, their first home game here.
Right, crosstown rivalry, and you add to it the new stadium, the video board. It's got all the makings for an unbelievable game.
Let's talk about some of the players we're going to keep an eye on here tonight. First for the Indian Trail Hawks, an outstanding receiver in Armani Carmichael.
Armani Carmichael has got hands the size of Texas. Their line is led by Ben Bingham, a 315-pound center. And, when you go over to the defensive side of the ball, they make some things happen. Sean Bonizak is a defensive end, and he's backed up by Danny Jones, an excellent, according to Gordon McKay, a cover corner.
For Kenosha Bradford, you're used to seeing a lot of run action with this team, but it starts with the quarterback, Tony Martin, a very good passer.
Yeah, two juniors are the key for their offense. Tony Martin and Eric Doles III, the running back. They need those two parts of the offense to click.
Trey Glass and Noah Rhodes on defense.
Trey Glass already has 39 solo tackles in their first 6 games, first 5.
Outstanding defense by Matt Rizzo and his Bradford Red Devils. That leads us now to our keys to the ball game tonight, Terry. What do we need?
Well, I think as you look at the game, what Indian Trail needs to do, their front four has to put pressure on the Bradford passer. They have to do something a little different here. They need to move the ball well on the ground to open up the passing game. And when you open up the passing game, you got to get the ball to Armani Carmichael.
For the Red Devils tonight, what do they need to do?
It's going to be the flip. What they need to be able to do is pass the ball, open up the run game a little bit for them. They also need to make sure they tackle well. Coach Rizzo feels that cost them the game with Horlick, and then they can't give up the home run.
This series is tied at 2 games apiece. They're playing for 2 trophies here tonight, the Badger Max Trophy and the Devil Hawk Trophy. We'll see who gets both of those trophies at the end of our game tonight, coming up next on My 24. Palpable energy here tonight at Mary D. Bradford Stadium, the very first football game to be played in this stadium at the site of Mary D. Bradford High School in Kenosha. It's going to be an exciting night with Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you. We got Mike McGivern and Kara on the sidelines tonight. Our entire My 24 sports crew set to bring you the very first football game here at Bradford High School. Prior to tonight's game, we had our officiating crew headed up by Jefferson Davis, I should say, with our coin toss as the Bradford Red Devils getting set to take the field, and here they come. The first time they haven't had to bus to a home stadium.
They're excited. They didn't get on this field to practice until Tuesday of this week, so they had to get accustomed to the video board and hope we don't get mesmerized by that. A big night for Bradford.
Jefferson Davis, our referee tonight, with our coin toss. And again, we want to thank Badger Max Premium Sports Drinks for bringing our broadcast here tonight. Thank you, Andrew Burns, and thank you, Badger Max. There's the flyover just prior to our telecast here tonight, and Dr. Kurt Sinclair, class of 1983, the principal, leading the ceremonies here prior to the game.
Well, this is a celebration of the entire Kenosha community tonight. The crowd, they're here no matter where the game is, but this one's a little special.
Both teams on the field, ready to go. We're set to bring it to you, but first our national anthem tonight, our color guard tonight, presenting the nation's colors, the Kenosha Military Academy Color Guard at the center of the field, presenting the stars and stripes. And singing our national anthem tonight, 3 students from Bradford High School, Jenna Zion, Audrey Roth, and Waverly McCullum with our national anthem tonight.
At this time, if you are able, please rise as we honor America and those who serve with the singing of the national anthem. Being sung tonight by Bradford's very own Jenna Zion, Audrey Roth, and Waverly McCullum, accompanied by the Bradford Tap Band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jenna Zion, Audrey Roth, and Waverly McCullum, Bradford High School students with our national anthem, and a fine job indeed. We are told we're going to have a crowd in excess of 5,000 here tonight.
Well, they're already ringing the track. They're outside the fences, right outside the field. They've packed people in here. I would imagine parking is delaying others getting into the game.
I think my mom's charging $10 to park in the driveway tonight. She lives just up the road here. This is great. A great facility. We're so excited to bring this to you here tonight. Growing up in Kenosha, you don't really understand all that went behind this, and it's so thrilling to see this come to fruition. Here's our United States Marines game ball presentation. That is Sergeant Nicholas Ebert presenting our game ball to the officiating crew here tonight. Always glad to have the Marines as part of our package here on Thursday Night Lights. It is going to be a humid night here. The humidity very high. We had a little shower pass through about 6:15 or so, and a wet evening here. The field turf, brand new field turf here, so no problems with the footing, I would think. It's just that ball is going to be a little slick as we work our way into the second half.
Well, both teams have to try to keep their emotions in check. It's an interesting choice made by Indian Trail. They won the toss and elected to receive. I think they wanted to come here, make a statement on Bradford's new field.
This is all part of a referendum that was passed last year here in Kenosha, a brand new facility here at Bradford High School, renovations at Amici Field on the south side across from Tremper High School, and then the building and construction of a brand new baseball, softball complex and tennis courts at Bullen Middle School just to the north of Bradford High School.
Well, the Kenosha community has certainly responded to the request from the school district, trying to give their young people the best facilities possible, and they're to be saluted.
A 9-lane track ringing here. I know a track guy, that's the first thing you said when you came in here. This is, wow, a 9-lane track.
Well, if you're going to build a facility, do it so that, many teams can come here. You can host a variety of events. And once again, it brings the community together. It's a great facility for the community to come and use for recreation.
Bradford team being introduced individually here tonight, running through their team line, and they are charged up. You mentioned we were here Monday for practice, and I know Matt Rizzo, he was anxious to get on this field and get them practicing, and he wanted the full effect. He wanted the sound in the stadium. He wanted the scoreboard lit up. He wanted the video going. He wanted the guys not to be surprised by anything during the ball game.
And as they were starting to do some of the introductions, one of the things they flashed on the board were shots of Kenosha Bradford while they're in their workouts, while they're in the weight room, while they're doing their speed and agility work. And, for a young man in high school, all of a sudden you look up on the video board and there you are. He didn't want that to be something where they stopped midway through the play and said, holy cow, here I am, Dad.
Let's head down to the sideline. Mike McGivern, what do you have?
Hey, guys, quick question for Terry Kelly. Terry, I'm talking to the linebackers coach of Bradford. I said, how do you get away from having this team too high to start a game like this? He said, look, that's going to be a problem because this team's pretty jacked up. My question to you, Coach, is how do you get it down a notch?
You got to look them right in the eye, Mike, and you got to say to these guys, remember, it's a 48-minute game. What happens the first minute, the first 12, the first 24, first 36, that's not the whole game. You just got to make sure you play steady.
I asked him about that. He said, look, this first 5-6 minutes is really important that we just play the way we can play. And if we can do that, maybe get up a score, we got a chance to play pretty well tonight.
Should be a great ball game here tonight indeed, and we are looking forward to this one. It's been on this schedule all year, waiting for this one, and anxious to bring this one to you. As we said, Indian Trail winning the toss. They will receive They are in the white jerseys tonight. Bradford in the home black and red jerseys. Niko Romanovic, a freshman kicker, has it teed up middle of the 40-yard line for the Red Devils. And tonight, they are raising money for cancer research tonight, as this is a pink-out game, if you will, for both teams. Much as we saw last week with the gold between Brookfield East and Brookfield Central tonight, it's two teams with one cause here tonight, raising money for cancer research.
Wonderful sentiment, and it's wonderful to see how these two schools have come together for that purpose.
Max Alfredson and Bryant Jones are standing deep for Indian Trail. And the run-up and the kick, it'll be a short kick, and fumbled, and falling on it across the 25-yard line is Bryant Jones. And so Indian Trail will take over there, 1st and 10. Kind of a muff on that kickoff, maybe a little nerves on the other side.
Well, you're anticipating a deep kickoff because the Bradford kicker has indeed a strong leg, and all of a sudden you've got to come shooting forward, and that's when you can get a fumble like that.
Wenberg at quarterback. Again, the key here is Armani Carmichael, number 4, the split end. Jared Wenberg, 6'2", junior. Thrown for over almost 750 yards so far this season. He will send Alfredson in motion. And Alfredson's going to throw the pass. He's got the man out there, and it's thrown short and behind, looking for Gabe Toronto, the split end. So a little razzle-dazzle here by Mike McKay early on.
And we said one of the keys Bradford had for its game, don't give up the home run. Don't fall victim to one of those special plays.
Contact back there defensively. That was Amir Woods, the corner on that far side, the junior, in coverage that time. 2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 28-yard line. Again, a reminder, Badger Max Thursday Night Lights available streaming live online, my24milwaukee.com. Able to break a tackle across the 35 and out of bounds. With that is Alfredson, Max Alfredson, the flanker. 10 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown so far this year.
Yeah, we've mentioned Armani Carmichael, but they have an excellent receiving core in general.
They'll go no huddle. 3rd and short, 3rd and less than a yard here for Indian Trail. He will hand it off. Wengberg hands it off, and second effort by Bryant Jones. We'll see. They will move the sticks, and that's our initial 1st down. Once again, 1st down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee. Comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergraduate majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. Learn more at WLC.edu. 1st and 10 Hawks from their own 39. Again, Jones picks his way around the left side and gets out to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. Brought down by Trey Glass, one of the leading tacklers, that linebacking core for Bradford.
One of the things we mentioned in the pregame was they need to get their running game going. They're missing their leading rusher for the year, Jack Granucci, so they have to have the other gentleman in the backfield step up to open the passing game.
2nd and 5 upcoming here for the Hawks, their own 44-yard line. Lindbergh will give it off to Jones again, met at the line of scrimmage. Ball is out. Looks like Bradford has recovered. Takeaway of the ball game goes to the Bradford defense as that ball came out. Looked like on the recovery was Tyler Scoten, the senior, the defensive tackle, able to fall on the football.
The mesh was okay, but you can see the ball. He didn't have that tip underneath his armpit, and there it came rolling out.
Not sure if that was Vinny Hoff who forced that one out or not. The ball was out before Hoff got there. But the takeaway for the Bradford defense sets up the Red Devils 1st and 10 at the Hawk 43-yard line. So now Tony Martin will start things here for the Red Devils. 3 receivers to the left. They'll fake the handoff. They'll toss it out left side. Catch is made. And with the catch, Jasir Woods coughed up the ball once again. Loose on that far sideline, but it looks like Bradford recovered. Falling on it that time, Marquand Williams.
The nerves, I think, a little exposed right now. Both teams extremely excited, want to win this game, and that can lead sometimes to mistakes. Doesn't have that ball, once again, tucked where it needs to be.
Give some credit there to Jack Lalonde coming in there to spike that ball out of his arm. It will go as a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 for the Red Devils. Martin gets them set. He'll keep it himself. Little fake. Now tosses it out and throws it incomplete. Looking for Cody Tostrud, the wide receiver, the sophomore, that time on the little play action fake.
Bradford's in a similar situation to Indian Trail. They're also missing one of their good running backs, Romeo Sullivan. And so, they're seen as a passing team, but they have to be able to do some running as well so that they can open up the passing game for them.
3rd down and 2. And they will hand it off, and they get the 1st down. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line with the run that time. That is Eric Doak III, brought down by Justin Smith. Another 1st down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College. So the Red Devils trying to take advantage of the fumble recovery here early. From the Hawk 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Martin wants to throw, rolling to his right. Gets it out as a receiver out there. Leaping grab through his hands, incomplete. Somehow got it out there for the receiver. That was Marquand Williams, the intended receiver, broken up out there by R.J. Yenneral, who was on the coverage for the Hawks.
Marquand has already had 19 receptions this year for almost 300 yards, 2 TDs. Excellent basketball player, went up just off the fingertips.
2nd and 10. Martin will keep it himself around the right side. Gets hammered as he gets to the 25-yard line. Got turned around there. Big hit that time by Jack Lalonde, the outside linebacker. Needs some help as well. Ziccarelli in there. So 3rd and about 7 here for the Red Devils, trying to capitalize on a fumble recovery. Pass it along the line of scrimmage. Catch is made far side and diving out of bounds at the 25, short of the 1st down, is Jakari Godfrey. Godfrey, the junior, making his first catch tonight, defended on the play by Evan Kalo.
Evan on the year has made 19 solo tackles, came up, made a very sure tackle that time, forced him out of bounds.
Nice job shedding the block by the flanker out there on that far side, just flattened his man to get to the ball carrier. They'll go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 6 from the Hawk 25-yard line. Low snap to Martin. He'll get it off over the middle, and it's caught inside the 15 and wrestled down at the 10. Jasir Woods, the junior receiver, the tight end, with his 2nd catch tonight, brought down by Ulysses Morelos.
Coaches felt that Tony Martin was starting to grow into that position a little bit more last week. Had a good week against Horlick, 11 of 15 for 167 yards and 2 TDs.
They'll mark it at the 9, 1st and goal, Red Devils. Doak taking the snap, pounds that line, threw down to the 5-yard line for a gain of 4. Good hard-nosed run by Eric Doak III, the 6'1 junior. 451 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season.
Bradford would love to get up on the board and kind of get their confidence, established even more so than that they might have believed in at the start of the game.
Trying to take advantage of a turnover here, forcing a fumble. 2nd and goal inside the 5. Again, pounds his way inside the 3, down to the 1-yard line. Jake Zarifian with the stop, the inside linebacker, the 6-foot senior for the Hawks.
Eric Doak had an excellent lead block that freed him up to get down near the goal line.
So count, I should say, go as 3rd and goal here from the 1. Doak the 3rd gets this handoff to the goal line. Touchdown, Kenosha Bradford. The first score in the new stadium, and it goes to the Red Devils and Eric Doak.
Well, we said that those 2 juniors, Tony Martin and Eric Doak, had to play a pivotal role. Eric got his shoulders down, drove right into that end zone.
So Doak with the first points in this new stadium. Niko Romanovic on to kick the extra point. Trey Glass will snap. Andrew Witkowski on the hole. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Bradford, an impressive drive, 44 yards, taking advantage of the turnover.
Well, Indian Trail, they made their decision to receive the ball. Bradford was able to, stop them and then take advantage and go down and get the opening score.
Doak for 7-0 Bradford. We head down to the sidelines and Kara.
Thank you very much. I've got Jim Brandt, the Vice President of Marketing and Enrollment at Wisconsin Lutheran College. Can you tell us a little bit about WLC?
Sure. We're a nationally ranked Christian college located on the border of Wauwatosa and Milwaukee.
And I understand that there is some new news regarding a program that you guys just came out with. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, we're very excited about this. We've partnered with the Medical College of Wisconsin to create a 3+3 pharmacy degree program that allows students to get a bachelor's degree from WLC and a doctor of pharmacy from MCW in just 6 years. That's the shortest career path to a pharmacy career in the state of Wisconsin.
Well, that's a fantastic opportunity. And where can folks at home get more information on this program or on WLC?
Well, we'd love them to come visit our campus. We're near the Milwaukee Medical Complex, but visit us online at WLC.edu.
Well, thank you so much, Jim, and back to you guys.
Thank you, Kara. Nice return by Alfredson at 20 yards out to the 30-yard line. Marquise Bradford, how appropriate, making the tackle for the Red Devils as we take a look at the drive. 43 yards in just over 3 minutes. Again, the fumble recovery for the Red Devil defense.
Well, Indian Trail needs to respond now, kind of force their will on Bradford's defense and see if they can get the offense going.
Bryant Jones in the backfield to the right of Wengberg, the quarterback. And it'll be an option play. Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. I think they were trying to get it out to Carmichael there, number 4 in your picture.
That's one of the things you coach your defensive linemen. They might not get to the quarterback, but if they can get their hand up and deflect that ball, that was a linebacker that time getting his hand on it.
Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listen to the defensive coaches for Bradford, really happy with that first set of downs. They said, look, now we got it, the celebration over with. Let's go play football. They're making sure that their defensive ends are containing. That was a big concern for them.
Their defense stepping up here. Trey Glass with the tackle for loss, dropping Wengberg, the quarterback, for a 2-yard loss. Will set up a 3rd and 12. 4 tackles already for Glass. He may have gotten the tip on that last pass attempt as well. So 3rd and 12. Wengberg wants to put it up over the middle, looking for Carmichael. Underthrown and picked off. Intercepted down the near sideline by Ward. Nick Ward inside the 10. Nick Ward inside the 5, and it'll be dropped at the 3. Second straight takeaway by the Bradford defense. It's Nick Ward, his 3rd interception of the year.
Well, you can see that Bradford, this game, here's a 1-2 team, you didn't maybe want to play. Coach felt in the year they should be 3-2 rather than 1-4. They've lost some close games. He felt it, and we talked to him on Monday, that they were ready for this challenge.
I'm not sure if there was a wrong route run there, but he returns it 40 yards down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 3. That ball was really underthrown there, Terry.
Oh, it was like a pass right to him.
It was almost as if perhaps the receiver was in the wrong spot. Wengberg was just trying to throw to a spot that time. And the receiver just didn't get there. 1st and goal, Red Devils, their 2nd straight takeaway on defense. Give it to Eric Doak III, and he gets to the goal line. Touchdown, Bradford. 2nd straight touchdown for Eric Doak III. Bradford getting points off turnovers here early.
One of the things that Bradford's done, they put their defensive end, Noah Rosales, in the backfield to be the lead blocker, and he's been the one freeing up Eric Doak. Down on the goal line on their first touchdown, he had 2 key blocks, led the way that time.
So 13-0 Red Devils with the PAT upcoming. Kowski gets it down. Romanovic gets it through. 14-0 Bradford midway through our first quarter. Well, this will settle some of your nerves here early. Your defense setting the tone here for Matt Rizzo and the Bradford Red Devils.
Well, Mike said, what do you do to not get too jacked up? Well, right now what has to happen is Indian Trail can't afford to let this game get away from them. So I'm pretty sure Coach McKay is going to be talking to his guys. Okay, we've played badly so far, but there's a long way to go. Get back in the game. It's not going to happen all at once.
For Wenberg, that's his second interception thrown this year. Coming off a week in which he was 9 for 22, 228 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 228 yards, and a good amount of those. Last week 181 of them went to Armani Carmichael. And, Coach Rizzo told us they were going to try to take Carmichael out of his rhythm a little bit with some double coverages, a little bump and run, do some things to offset what Indian Trail wanted to accomplish there.
Ward with the interception return, 41 yards down to the 3-yard line, set up that touchdown run by Doak. Romanovic's kick, again Alfredson underneath it at the 15. Gets it to the 20, 25, a little seam to the 30, down the sideline across the 35, and wrestled out of bounds there. Once again, Xavier LeBron there on the tackle for the Red Devils. Good field position again here for Indian Trail. And as you said, now they just got to put that behind them and work on this drive here.
Right, you can't try to start hitting exotic plays. You've got to go back to your bread and butter, establish your offense, and start to move the ball down the field. You don't want to put your defense back on the field again, so they need to hold the ball.
Bryant Jones in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right on first down. They'll just toss it out to Jones, trying to get around the edge. And good job by the Bradford defense to string that one out. Again, Trey Glass stepping up from his inside linebacker position to make the tackle.
Yeah, coming into the game, he already had 41 solo tackles on the year. He along with his cousin Dominique Glass really take care of the middle of that defense.
Another tackle for loss. Set up a 2nd down and 11 here for Indian Trail. Bryant off to the left hip of the quarterback, Wenberg. We'll give it to Bryant. Bryant running up the middle, stacked up at the original line of scrimmage, moving the pile forward across the 40, out to the 43-yard line.
We asked Coach Rizzo this week, we looked at the Indian Trail offensive line, which has a number of good-sized guys, and said, geez, you're a little undersized. He said, we're undersized, but we fight. He said, our guys, they've done an excellent job all year flowing to the ball. They're certainly doing that up to this point.
There's Matt Rizzo, head coach for the Red Devils. Wenberg wants to put it up, comes back near sideline and overshoots the intended target, Alfredson, by a good 10-15 yards. Nick Ward back there again patrolling the secondary, nearly came away with his 2nd pick.
I think a few people were surprised earlier in the year when Kenosha Bradford beat a very good Oak Creek team. And, like we said, Coach Rizzo felt that they haven't been consistent, but if they started to do what they're capable of doing, they're a tough team.
Now quickly 4th down, so the punting unit on. Stephen Baker, the senior, on to punt here for the Hawks. TQ Washington standing back inside the 30-yard line.
He's been averaging over 50 yards a return this season.
High kick, fair catch signaled for. He'll get away from it. Take a backward bounce. Indian Trail will down it inside the 25-yard line. And that will be our break here. 4:59 to go. First quarter. It's been all Bradford, their defense. They've scored 14 points on the defensive side. 14-0 Red Devils. Baker's 38-yard punt on the fair catch down at the 24-yard line. That's where Bradford will start this drive at their own 24, leading 14-0. They have a fumble recovery and an interception that set up their first 2 touchdowns tonight.
Well, now Indian Trail's got a chance. This is the worst field position Bradford's had. They've got to flip the field position. Coach McKay has always been known as being an excellent defensive coach. Pretty sure he's challenged his team right now. Okay, now you've got to play the type of defense we've been playing this year.
It'll be Zamari Evans in the backfield here with Tony Martin, the quarterback. Kind of a pistol spread offense, as Matt Rizzo calls this. Fake the handoff. They'll pass it on the slant route. Caught across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. With it there, Marquand Williams with the reception, his second catch tonight. Zarifian and Kalo able to bring him down.
Yeah, right on that, first down play. Tony rifled that ball out there. Excellent throw. First down. Right now, they're not getting a chance to flip that field position.
13-yard pickup and another first down, sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Doak in the backfield, and they'll run the fly sweep, and broken up, ball out, and it's going to be picked up by the Hawks, and racing it into the end zone for the touchdown is Ulysses Morelos. Ulysses Morelos able to scoop up the fumble, 30 yards for the score, and Indian Trail is on the board.
Well, he said it's a long game, and so how things went the first half of the first period doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen.
Well, the first man in there to blow up that play. Don't have him on the roster, unfortunately. The roster we have, we don't have a 54. But it was his contact that put the ball on the field. Ulysses Morelos gets the scoop and score, and Indian Trail gets some of that momentum back.
Yeah, we'll have to
now
check.
Bradford going to take a timeout. They didn't have enough guys on the field for the point attempt.
Yeah, we'll have to check and see if we can find out who 54 is, whether they've changed the number before the game started. But he slowed them up enough that threw off the timing, and then they were able to get a number of guys to the ball.
There's the pickup by Morelos. He's able to gallop into the end zone, and Indian Trail getting that momentum back. Well, Tim Allen plays a family man who tries to maintain his masculinity in a house full of women. It's Last Man Standing. That's weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on My 24. So Baker on to try the extra point. Good snap, ball down. The kick is up, and the kick makes it through. Just cleared the left upright. 14-7, Indian Trail on the board. And you talk about a swing in emotion and momentum. It's now on that east side of Mary D. Bradford Stadium.
Yeah, Bradford came out, got that initial first down, and you're saying, okay, here we go. And then excellent play, big critical play by Indian Trail, and they turned the game around.
So that is Davian Nixon. That's the Northern Illinois recruit who came in to make that play. He's going with 54.
Yeah, he's been demoted from 56 that we've got in all of our material. But he was a second-team all-conference player last year. 6'5", 289, and we saw him walk on the field at practice. Nothing jiggles on that young man.
Not at all, and it was announced today he's one of the semifinalists for the Tim Crumry Award. That is for the top senior defensive lineman in the state.
Well, that was a play that Indian Trail needed.
And there is nothing left in the cafeteria when Nixon goes through that line.
You don't want to follow him.
6'5", 289. Well, let's see how Bradford responds. Little adversity for the first time tonight. Washington and Godfrey standing deep, and Baker will just kind of chip this one short to the 15. Across the 20 and brought down nicely in an open field tackle. Beautiful play by Octavian Turner for Indian Trail. Good open field special team tackle there by Turner.
Well, now it's going to be interesting to see how Bradford reacts. Everything was going their way. Now a little bit of adversity. What's going to be their response?
Infacino on the return for Bradford gets it out to the 23-yard line. So So a 14-7 ball game now as we drift into the latter stages of our first quarter. Doak the single back. Receiver in motion is Woods. We'll give it to Doak the third. Gets the edge across the 25 and out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Good strong run by Eric Doak the third. Evan Kalo able to bring him down the junior corner on the near side.
Yeah, good response by Doak. We mentioned that they were missing Romeo Sullivan, but Doak on the year so far is averaging about 4.5 yards per carry. They just want to see if they can get him untracked a little bit more.
Eight-yard pickup, second down 2. Doak again around the left side. Doak gets the first down and more across the 40, out to the 41-yard line. 9-yard scamper that time for Doak. R.J. Yenneral, the free safety, with the tackle. Another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Excellent lateral move by that time Doak as he slid over to find the seam in the defense.
You look at Scott Stager, the headset on, nearest. Standing right next to Matt Rizzo. He is the offensive coordinator, a Carthage guy. As Martin now on the option will take it. Across the line of scrimmage, gets out to the 44-yard line before he is roped down.
Excellent faking in the backfield that time by Bradford. 3 or 4 of the Indian Trail players went right to their left. They read that play, but the Indian Trail players' backside stayed at home.
Sean Banaszak able to stay home and make the play that time. Gain of 2, second down 8. Good look at Tony Martin, the quarterback. Wants to throw, ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That might have been Nixon again who got a hand on it and knocked that one down. Tough to throw over a 6'5" charging lineman.
Oh, you get Nixon, you get next to him Banaszak, 6'5", 6'4".
One more look. Well, I guess we weren't going to get a look there. So 3rd and 8 for the Red Devils. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Martin with time. Now on the scramble, and down he goes. Sean Banaszak with the sack. His second sack of the season for Banaszak. This will be a loss inside the 40-yard line for the Red Devils.
I want you to get this image in your mind. Sean Banaszak, who's 6'4", 250, was the indoor county champ in the intermediate hurdles indoors. I would imagine having him come and run downhill at you could make you have second thoughts.
Honorable mention all-conference a season ago, getting some looks. The Ivy League schools looking at him quite intensely. Rutkowski, a low punt and short one. It will roll at the 43 and dead at the Indian Trail 43-yard line. Just a 20-yard kick that time by Witkowski. So Indian Trail again with good field position here with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first, trailing by 7.
It'll be interesting to see if we're going to be able to get the ball to Armani Carmichael soon. They've been trying to set this up a little bit, get the running game, but they haven't been having the success they want out of the passing game as of yet.
Wenberg from the gun. Wants to get it out, and in and out of the hands of Gabe Toronto, incomplete. Tight coverage there. And you had a host of Bradford players there. Amir Woods, along with TQ Washington, back there defensively for the Red Devils. Second down and 10. Once again to the sidelines we go, and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, still a lot of motion down here on the Bradford sideline. Talking and listening to the defense and offensive coaches, they're still telling these guys, okay, settle down a little bit. This is all about a football game. Let's get our job done on the field and celebrate after.
Play action fake. They'll swing it out far side. Catch is made at the 44-yard line. Gabe Toronto, the split end, the 6'2 junior, with the reception and the first down for the Hawks.
You look at this group. Toronto's got 10 catches on the year. Alfredson's got 10. You've got 4 catches out of Rothweiler. You've got Carmichael with 15. They have a number of receivers who can really catch well.
13 yards and another first down by Wisconsin Lutheran College. And now a nice run On the outside, inside the 30. And with that one is Octavian Turner. His first carry this evening, I should say. The senior, 5'6", 145.
Nice kick-out block by number 15 for them, Alex Rothweiler, the fullback.
Nick Ward took the brunt of that hit in bringing him down. Again, play action. They're going to go to Carmichael, over his head, incomplete. That's a spot where we were watching in practice. He was hauling everything in earlier this week in practice.
Well, Armani last year was second in the state, Division I in the triple jump. So it's an excellent, excellent athlete.
Nice little read there, and tried to pop on the little skinny post route that time. Put it in a spot where he was going to be able to try and bring it down. Once again, Octavian Turner inside the 20, Turner to the 15, inside the 10 and out of bounds near the 7-yard line. Octavian Turner with a good strong run. Ward and Woods finally wrestled him out of bounds.
We got Ben Bingham at the center. He's 315. Joey Barrera, 6 feet 270. Logan Rhodes, 6'2", 240. Helping clear that on that right side.
Well, they caught the Red Devils in a blitz. You saw Trey Glass, the linebacker, coming in on a slant. A little blitz to the inside. Turner again. This time he slips as he took the handoff. Glass was right there once again. 5 tackles here in the quarter for Glass. And once again, we've reached the power zone. I want to thank the great folks at Goodwill. When a team drives inside their opponent's 20-yard line, they've entered the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the power of work. 2nd and goal from the 7. A high snap. And Wenberg takes it inside the 5 down to the 1-yard line. Good play fake that time by Jared Wenberg, faking the handoff to Turner. And takes it himself down to the 1-yard line. TQ Washington on the stop.
Kind of that read option look, whether he's truly reading it or it's, predetermined if he's going to give it, we're not sure yet.
3rd and goal from the 1. Turner inside the goal line, touchdown, Indian Trail. And they're an extra point away from tying this one up. Octavian Turner with the touchdown. And Indian Trail has wrestled away the earlier momentum from Bradford. Baker on for the extra point. It's on the way, and this one is good. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Indian Trail has come back to tie it at 14 apiece as we head to Mike McGivern on the sideline.
So I talked to this guy last week. Head coach Brooks Central used to be at Kenosha Bradford for a long time. You got to feel great for this school and this community. This is one heck of a stadium.
Yeah, it is. I tell you, I've always said there's nobody who deserves something like this more than the people on the north side. It's got an unbelievable tradition of great people, great players, a great school, a great community, and it's nice that they finally have a place to call their own.
Hey, Jed, it didn't surprise you at all when they showed that Melvin Gordon donated some money to get this done.
Not at all. I've always told people as good of a player as he was, he's even a better person. And I remember when the stadium went through to pass, he reached out a text to me and said, "Coach, how awesome is that?" And just excited for these kids, the community, and it's something that you can certainly rally around, and I'm sure the coaches will rally around. Just excited. These are great, great people.
When we came in, people were tailgating. It was 5:15. They were getting ready for it. Jed Kennedy loves this area. Always has. Feels great about this community. Coach, good luck tomorrow night with yours.
Yeah, we got our work cut out for us.
Yes,
going to enjoy this game tonight, leave at halftime, and then get ready for Marquette.
Thanks for stopping by, Jed.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, boys.
Baker's kickoff is going to go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Mistake there, as Bradford will walk away with good field position following the kick out of bounds. Yeah, Jed had some great players here, but the two greatest ones, Melvin Gordon had his first 100-yard rushing game for the San Diego Chargers on Sunday, and how about Trey Waynes, also a member of that Bradford State Championship team. Trey getting the interception at the end of the ballgame the other night to sink the Packers.
Yeah, Wisconsin fans are not happy to see the man playing across the border. So, but he had an excellent game. hung in there all the way through.
9-play drive, minute and a half. Turner with the touchdown, and we are tied at 14. Martin will give it to Doak III. Trying to get the edge on the left side with some room. Doak down the far sideline. This is Doak III, and he'll get out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Justin Smith, the last man back for the Hawks.
He started to emerge a little bit more last week. 20 carries for 92 yards. He was a second-team all-conference player last year as a sophomore.
53-yard run for Eric Doak III, and what a nice job on that left side. Andrew Lyons and John Sikora on that left side of that offensive line.
Justin Smith came over and made a nice tackle for Indian Trail on that one.
Bradford in Hawks territory. Doak III again, breaking tackles inside the 15-yard line. Again, Yenneral and Smith in on the stop for Indian Trail.
We wanted to see how Bradford would, respond, and so far they're doing an excellent job.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Doak gets it again. Taking the big man with him. Well, you know you're a strong runner when you can take Davian Nixon for an extra couple.
Well, Eric's 6'1", 185, but obviously a very strong young man.
We've reached the power zone here for the Red Devils, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. They'll wind the clock down, and that will end our first quarter here in Kenosha. The inaugural football game at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. We've got a doozy going here tonight. Homestanding Bradford and Kenosha Indian Trail tied at 14. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Bradford with a pair of touchdowns early, the Hawks with a pair of touchdowns late. That's where we stand heading into the second quarter. John Weiser, Terry Kelly up in the booth. We got Mike McGivern and Kara down on the sidelines tonight in Kenosha at the brand new Mary D. Bradford Stadium on the campus of Bradford High School on Kenosha's north side. Red Devils facing a 1st and 10 from the Hawk 12-yard line. Martin will circle to his left and will keep it. Martin inside the 10, gets out of bounds near the 8-yard line. Jack Lalonde got there first. Give some credit, however, to Sean Banaszak trying to chase him out of the pocket.
Stretch that play, kept him going to the sidelines.
Good patience there set up by Martin. Everyone covered, except for maybe Williams. It looked like he was open in the back of the end zone. 2nd and goal. Doak III dumped at the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard just short of the 5-yard line. Once again, Banaszak got the first piece. It was Justin Smith who was able to finish him off.
It'll be an interesting call to see what Bradford goes with. They've got 5 receivers who have between 10 and 19 catches apiece, so he has a number of targets. See if he's going to try to break one loose. We've got trips to the wide side of the field.
Trips right on 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Now they'll walk a receiver back into the backfield. They'll give it to Doak. And Doak met at the 5-yard line and driven back there. Again, it was number 8, Justin Smith, along with Davian Nixon at the bottom of that pile. Nixon's slow to get up.
Takes 2 to get him up, too.
Looked like Amir Woods stretching out a cramp on that sideline for the Red Devils. So 4th and goal now for Bradford at the Indian Trail 5-yard line, and the field goal unit is on. Romanovic on for the field goal attempt. He has one 41-yarder to his credit. This will be a 28-yarder from the near hash mark. It is up, and it is good. So the Red Devils get some points on this drive. It'll be a 28-yard field goal Makes it a 17-14 ball game. Doak now over the 100-yard mark rushing the football.
And it might only be 3 points, but it was very important for Bradford's psyche that they come back and respond to the 2 scores by Indian Trail.
Well, the Salvation Army would like to recognize Tammy Garza tonight. Tammy is a member of the advisory board, does a lot of work with the Salvation Army youth program and kids in the Kenosha area. Thanks to Tammy Garza, a perfect example of doing the most good for the Salvation Army and all those in Kenosha and the surrounding communities. As you mentioned, Coach, good for the psyche here. He got some points on that drive, try and regain a little bit of the momentum back, get a little bit more control of this ball game.
Yeah, sometimes when you jump out to that early lead and then all of a sudden the other team comes roaring back, and if you get deflated too much, it can really turn the game. But we could be in for a barn burner tonight.
Alfredson and Jones awaiting the Romanovic kick. Alfredson camps under this one at the 18. Met at the 25 and brought down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah,
great job on special teams, the high short kick.
Not quite sure whether that's being done deliberately to throw off the timing of their blocking or that's just how Romanovic is kicking the ball.
Nolan Day on special teams, able to wrestle Alfredson down. From their own 27, 1st and 10, Indian Trail. And Wenberg will hand it off. This is Turner spinning out of tackles. Turner still on his feet. A fire plug of a runner takes it across the 40-yard line out to the 43. It's a gain of 16. And another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Yeah, Octavian Turner wasn't something that the coaches mentioned to us as being part of their plans, but he's had an excellent first half so far.
Octavian Turner, 5'6", 145. It took 5 Bradford players to bring him down, and once again takes it out to midfield. Yeah, all the conversation we had in practice was between Bryant Jones and Chris Karstens trying to pick up the load, missing Jack Granucci. That's exactly what Mike McKay was talking about.
They found an answer.
Turner again. This time tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the things we were kind of anticipating seeing, we'll see if it develops later on, finding some ways creatively to get the ball, some fly sweep passes, ways to get Armani kind of set up to receive that ball, Carmichael.
Dominique Glass, the cousin of Trey Glass, able to make the tackle for the Red Devils. 3rd and short. This time it's Wenberg on the keep. High hurdles for the first down, penalty marker. Thrown into that area where it could be a holding call. That might bring this back. A nice job there to clear, but it's going to come back for a holding call. Our first penalty of the ball game. Jefferson E. Davis, our referee here tonight.
That would have given him a first down. Now it's going to put him a 3rd and long.
Explaining the options to Vinny Hoff, the captain of the defense. Matt Rizzo looking on. Let's see if they accept the penalty here. Mike McKay wants an explanation as well.
Mike giving him kind of a plaintive look, not protesting too much, being very rational. I think that's what most referees want. Ask a question in a civil way, they'll give you a civil answer.
So they will accept the penalty here. Waiting to get the call from Jefferson E. Davis. Maybe we won't. We'll just call it a holding penalty here that will push Indian Trail back. Play action fake. Wenberg over the middle, and Armani Carmichael with the diving catch gets the first down at the Red Devil 46-yard line. First catch of the night for Carmichael.
Big first down for them. They, Bradford had them in a situation they were maybe going to be able to force that punt and get the ball back.
21-yard pickup by Carmichael and threw that one into traffic. Great job to haul that one in. 1st and 10 Indian Trail at the Bradford 45. It's Turner again. Fights his way forward for a couple. Once again, Dominique Glass there to make the stop. 5'9", 200-pound junior linebacker. But between he and his cousin Trey Glass, over 100 tackles on the year.
Wouldn't want to go to their family picnic. You'd probably get tackles on the way to the table.
2nd down, 7. Fake to Turner over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to race out underneath that one was Max Alfredson, the flanker. So Wenberg just a little bit off here tonight in throwing the football. He was open.
You can see what they tried to do. We mentioned they wanted to run the ball to set up the pass. Octavian Turner has helped, force Bradford to come up and play a little tighter to stop the run. Opens up some of the passing. Now they just got to make the connection.
Toronto and Alfredson split here to the near side on 3rd and 7. Play fake. Wenberg goes far side. Again, Carmichael left wide open. Tight ropes the sideline. Will pick up another 1st down, brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Coach McKay had Armani come over to shake our hands when we visited practice, and he shook both our hands at the same time. I've never seen hands that large.
When you said the hands of Texas, you were right. They are huge. Wenberg on 1st down, a little hitch, comes back to the middle, catch is made. Inside the 25 and wrestled down at the 24-yard line. On the reception that time, Alex Plunkett, reserve split end.
Yeah, he's had 2 catches this year, 58 yards and a touchdown, so he's made the key catch.
That's our fancy footwork replay brought to you by Northwest Surgery Center. Minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. Short of the 1st down. 2nd down, 2 from the 25. Wenberg again wants to go to the air, and that's not going to go anywhere. That was trouble. Carmichael saw the safety coming in and thought better of it. That was Nick Ward, the free safety over the top. Would have had a free shot.
Trying to run that little post pattern, and all of a sudden the safety flashed into his vision.
Matt Rizzo talked about that too Monday in practice. He said that's how we're going to defend Carmichael. We're just going to run safety out there and have a safety over the top. Keep him in check. This time they'll hand it off. Turner gets the 1st down inside the 20-yard line. Octavian Turner takes it into the power zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Trey Glass lost his helmet. He's going to have to come off for a play.
I think we'd have to say Octavian Turner has been a major factor in this 1st half.
Can you say Turner turnaround?
Okay.
Would that be it? He gets the call again. Turner inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Bo Checky there to make the stop, the senior, for Bradford.
We mentioned that offensive line going from left to right, 260, 298, 315, 270, 240, and you get a little guy like Turner hiding behind them. It makes it difficult to find out just where he's going to slither through.
Wenberg will toss it out to Carmichael. Carmichael breaks a tackle inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line, setting up a 1st and goal for the Hawks. Trey Glass there to make the stop for the Red Devils, but it will be 1st and goal, Indian Trail, at the Bradford 5-yard line.
I had Alfredson over there with him, and Alfredson sets that quick block and frees up Armani.
Turner in the backfield. He'll get the call left side. Turner to the end zone. No signal yet. They're going to stop him short. Inside the 1-yard line. So Octavian Turner with a nice run, but that stood up right as he got to the goal line. It was Trey Glass again. Got some help from Nick Ward. Glass now with 10 tackles here in the 1st half. From inside the 1, Turner, 2nd effort, touchdown Indian Trail. Well, he just kept his feet driving, Coach, and just that pile moving. He only needed a few inches, and he got all of them that time.
Well, he went right behind Connor Ubrig Jr., who's 5'11", 298, Ben Simar. I know you calling the Carthage games on weekends, you see an older brother.
Jacob Simar starting at defensive tackle for the Redmen.
I would imagine they just backed the semi up to the Simar home to drop the food off to feed those two young men.
Baker for the extra point. Rothweiler on the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-17, Indian Trail. They retake the lead here midway through our second quarter. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24. A seesaw affair between two city rivals tonight. Indian Trail retaking the lead, 21-17. An elite covert team is formed to deal with the threats of supervillains on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., starting Wednesday night at 7 on My 24. Impressive drive by Indian Trail, answering that field goal by Bradford.
Right, and so far both teams, it's been punch, counter punch. Both teams sticking to their game plans. Providing the fans with a very exciting game.
And we're told in excess of 5,000 here tonight. A 12-play, 72-yard drive. Turner with the touchdown run. Godfrey and Washington back deep. And again, this will be a short kick going out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So once again, Bradford will be given good field position here, trailing by 4.
So he can have it. Go ahead, Chains. We'll set up on the 35.
Yeah, you hate to give the other team the ball at the 35. It's one of those mistakes that can drive coaches and special team coaches nuts.
Well, Eric Doak, workhorse back. He's over 100 yards already here in the first half for Bradford. He's in there at the tailback slot. Tony Martin will work from the pistol. 4 receivers going out for the Red Devils from their own 35. Martin going to throw it behind Marquand Williams. He was not out of his break when the ball was thrown. Let's go down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, defensive coordinator, defensive coaches on the Bradford side are saying, look, quit switching out. We'll tell you when to switch out. The players are switching out on their own. No more of that. The coach said, we'll take care of that. You play until we tell you to stop playing.
All right, Mike, switch out. Terry, what in English?
Taking themselves out of the game.
Yep, switching out. Doak coming around the near side. Nowhere to go. Hawks string that one out nicely on defense. Good pursuit that time by Indian Trail. Danny Jones got a piece of Doak on the way to the sideline.
We saw Marquand Williams coming out, but he had cramps. You know, you have to start hydrating yourself 2 days before, the day before, not now. And you can see him working on his calves on the sideline. It's humid out there tonight, and you are going to sweat.
So quickly 3rd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. And Doak lined up in the tailback with Martin working out of the pistol once again. Martin wants to throw, hitch and go. Now on the scramble. Goes down far sideline and overthrows the intended receiver. Looking for Jasir Woods that time down the far sideline. Good coverage on the play. Compliments of Alex Ziccarelli.
He had him open as well. If he could have made that connection, would have given him excellent field position. We haven't seen many punts tonight. There's usually been some kind of turnover that's had the ball go to the other side. So be interesting to see what kind of field position Indian Trail winds up with a little over 5 minutes to play.
Alfredson standing inside the 35, awaiting the kick by Andrew Witkowski. Mike McKay, head coach for Indian Trail, looking on. Gets this one away, a nice kick. Alfredson has to drift back to the 30. Breaks out of a tackle. Now gets out to the outside across the 35-40 and out to the 43-yard line. 13-yard return for Alfredson. Jasir Woods able to bring him down. And we got a late flag down. I think they did catch what looked like a block in the back that set up Alfredson to circle left.
Sometimes as a blocker, you have to remember that cardinal rule.
Back.
If you're seeing the
White
number
54.
on the guy's back,
Stay right here, 47.
let it go.
And your coach with me. Here's the spot. Okay, so now.
Jefferson E. Davis, the referee tonight.
Well, he's doing a nice job explaining the options to the captains. We heard him for the coin flip, making sure everybody was making the right choice, because as soon as Indian Trail opted not to defer but to receive the ball, he wanted to make sure Bradford understood what their options were. That's good preventative officiating.
We have an illegal block in the back against White. It's a spot foul, 10 yards, first down, White.
So a block in the back penalty, just our third penalty tonight. We're late here in this second quarter. So they'll move Indian Trail back to their own 29-yard line. Bryant Jones in the backfield now, and he'll get the call. Jones, big hole over the left side. Jones across the 40, out to the 42-yard line before he is stood up by a host of Red Devil players.
One of the things you can kind of see when you get a chance to look up from above, that free safety is edging over towards Armani Carmichael all the time, pulling him out of the middle of the field. And once they crack that front four, give that little seam, they're taking advantage of that. Indian Trail is using that.
Another Wisconsin Lutheran College first down. Jones gets it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Dominique Glass there to make the stop. Gain of 1 sets up 2nd and 9. Clock is a little bit behind here, so we've been having trouble with our game clock on the screen. Jones, third straight call. Jones over the left side. Jones for the first down across midfield for the Hawks. Once again, Nick Ward, the safety, with the tackle. Another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Well, initially they were using Octavian Turner. Now they're turning to Jones to get rounding out that yardage. Once again, you keep saying, when are they going to throw the ball to Armani again?
Toronto lined up wide here to the near side. Jones again the call, but tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Guess who?
Yeah.
Trey Glass, one more time.
I believe the Cousins have been responsible for 15 tackles so far on the evening.
Trey Glass, son of Myron Glass, one of the St. Joe standouts from years ago.
The two of them together.
Second down and long. Blitz is coming. They able to dump it off, complete the pass. This is Jones inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 13-yard pickup. And we got a player down for the Red Devils. Nice job picking up the blitz that time. Little screen pass to the left side. We got another player down. Didn't quite get the number. I know Eric, I think it's going to be one of the Glass cousins or both. So an injury timeout here for the Bradford player that's down. We believe it's Trey Glass. Let's head down to the sideline and visit with Kara.
Thank you so much. I've got Marie Lewis, Corps Administrator with the Kenosha Salvation Army down here with me while we take this little time out here. Can you tell us about some of the social services with the Salvation Army?
Sure. Some of the things that we deal with are rent assistance and sometimes utility assistance, but mostly what we like to do is help the people out that getting them back on their own feet so that they can take care of themselves and not need the assistance anymore. So we have a program, it's called Pathway of Hope. And our social services lead caseworker, his name is Dan Parrish. He'd be the one to contact for that.
That's wonderful. And alongside offering those services, you're always looking for donations of any capacity, right?
Absolutely. That's how we run our programs. And if we don't have the donations, then we can't get the funds out to the people that need it, or even run the Corps in general for church services or otherwise.
And if anybody's looking to get involved with the Salvation Army or looking for a donation center, where can they go for information?
They can give our office a call, or they can go directly to the Corps, and we're on 75th Street, 3116 75th Street.
All right, well, I guess they just scored a touchdown behind us, so thank you so much, Marie, for joining us, and back to you guys.
Well, there he was, Armani Carmichael. We were waiting for it, and that was a perfectly thrown ball. A post route run by Carmichael from the left side. Armani Carmichael with the touchdown.
Yeah, a little pump. You're going to see a little pump. Fakes that. Puts it right on the money.
Well, when you're looking for something, that's the guy you go to. Armani Carmichael. He has got the hands. 9th touchdown of the year. The extra point makes it through. 28-17 in favor of Indian Trail with 3:25 to go here in our first half. So 14 unanswered here by the Hawks. All season, Mike and Kara will have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sideline, letting you know about the great things going on in the schools and communities we visit. Our sideline reports being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. That was Trey Glass, who was injured on that last play, was able to get up off the field under his own power. And he's back out there now on special teams. Again, a great venture here tonight between the Indian Trail students and the Bradford students in raising money for cancer awareness. Everybody wearing pink tonight.
We arrived here early, and there was a soccer game going on between the two schools. Once again, the teams in those colors trying to bring awareness, trying to get rid of that horrible scourge, cancer.
It's a good sign there. Trey Glass out on special teams for the Red Devils. Last couple of kicks have gone out of bounds here for Baker. This one again drifts to the near sideline. And across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. With the return for the Red Devils was Jasir Woods. It was Leo Kaiser who brought him down. Leo Kaiser, reserve linebacker for Indian Trail. 71 yards in just under 2 minutes. Carmichael, a 28-yard touchdown reception, his 9th of the season.
It's going to be interesting to see what philosophy Coach Rizzo is going to employ here. Is he going to come out and attack? If you get too conservative, you don't want to give the ball back to Indian Trail.
Has 2 timeouts to work with here. Pounded inside with Doak the third. Eric Doak on the carry, gets a couple. Ziccarelli in on the stop. Alex Ziccarelli, reserve linebacker for Indian Trail. Doak has rushed for over 100 yards tonight in this first half. He will get the call again. Gets a hole around the right side. Doak out to midfield. 14-yard pickup and a first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Danny Jones finally roped him down across midfield.
Now with 2:48 left in the half, there's plenty of time for Kenosha Bradford to put one up on the board.
From the Hawks 49, 1st and 10 Red Devils. Again, they'll give it to Doak. Doak breaks a tackle inside, takes it inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. Davian Nixon with the stop, his 4th tackle tonight.
Now, we mentioned before that the size advantage doesn't necessarily tip in Bradford's favor, but they have kids who are fighters.
Martin going to throw to the far sideline, completes the pass. Ball is out. It's loose on that far sideline, and I think Bradford able to fall on it. One of the linemen getting downfield, Jake Lampy, the right tackle, in the right spot that time to recover that loose ball.
And that's a case sometimes where the receiver has to understand where they are in the game. Get yourself out of bounds, stop the clock.
Take one more look. Jakari Godfrey, and he just simply lost the ball. Kind of punched out by Evan Kalo. Lucky Lampy was outnumbered, but was able to find the football. Enough for a first down, however. And Eric Doak gets the call. Stutter steps his way, dives to the 35-yard line. Nice run that time by Eric Doak III. Pickup of about 5.
Bradford's using up a lot of time in this drive. Have to see if on this one if they'll call a timeout.
2nd and 5. All just across the 35-yard line of Indian Trail. Play fake. Martin will keep it. Martin with a hole up the middle. Martin down to the 25-yard line. Jake Zarifian in on the stop, the inside linebacker. It takes that down, a gain of 10 and a first down for Bradford. Nice little read that time by Tony Martin, the junior quarterback. Rizzo's been impressed with the way he has handled things here offensively for his team this year. Martin from the pistol, throws it over the middle, completes the pass. Inside the 20, short of the 15-yard line. Bradford in no real hurry here. Clock already down. 30 seconds to go here in our first half.
They have 2 timeouts left.
And I think they'll use one of them here. Matt Rizzo coming out onto the field in the numerals here in the near sideline to take that timeout. Stops the clock with 26 seconds to go. This week on Faith in the Zone, 2016 Paralympian gold and bronze medalist Grace Norman from Cedarville University will join Mike McGivern and Pastor Ken Keltner to discuss her faith and her very successful trip to Rio. That's Faith in the Zone, Sundays at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m., only on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Well, this drive presented a little bit of a dilemma to Coach McKay, too. He has to think about, even though it sounds crazy, do I take a timeout? Not like we're trying to save time for Bradford, but sometimes you have to give your defense a chance to recover and not let all the momentum play into Bradford's hand.
Red Devils facing 2nd and short, and you see Jefferson E. Davis explaining something here to Mike McKay. I think Mike's been upset with some of the blocking on the edges out there as we replay the catch by Jared Simonson. As a coach, you're always trying to buy a call somewhere down the road.
You want to plant that seed. Sure. Hopefully you can bring that crop in a little later in the game. See, Coach McKay decided to call that timeout in defense.
So it's an official timeout.
Official
timeout, not an Indian Trail timeout. I think the officials. So they'll get them back ready to play here. Point, counterpoint. I wonder if there's something with the way Martin is running his cadence.
Not sure. It'll be interesting if we can, whether Mike McGivern can make some inquiries there, find out what might have, what might be the concern by both of the coaches. Coach Rizzo has kind of a quizzed look on his face.
Jefferson Davis, a great orator in his day.
Yes. We'll have a debate. I'm not sure we want that. An issue with
the scoreboard. Okay. I'll bet you it has to do with when Bradford has the ball offensively going into this end zone, that scoreboard is kind of darkened. And when Indian Trail has the ball, they're going into it, and they see that flash. Oh, okay. Skipping time, I believe, is what they're talking about here.
I told there'd be no math involved in this game tonight, making it confusing.
Again, this brand new scoreboard. Told it's the largest video board in high school sports in Wisconsin. 2nd and short. Eric Doak III spins out of a tackle inside the 10, short of the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Bradford. Ziccarelli saved a touchdown for Indian Trail. Bradford in the hurry up. Martin gets quickly in under center. Waiting for the official to put the ball in play, and he'll clock it with 22 seconds to play.
Well, I can see where Coach McKay might have a question about what was going on, because even though Eric Doak had gotten a first down, the clock barely moved 1 second during that whole running play. And not quite sure where the disconnect is happening, whether it's a technical problem or a human problem.
Nice job spinning out of that would-be tackle. Doak again to the outside. Doak to the end zone. Touchdown, Bradford. Eric Doak the third on the sweep down the near sideline. And Bradford gets some late momentum here, trailing by 5.
Well, once Bradford got that initial first down, kind of makes the decision for the coach. We're going to keep going, seeing if we can put one in.
Just a great job sealing off that left side. Lyons, Sikora, Goebel, the left tackle, left guard, and center, crashing down to the inside. Good job by the outside receiver. I think it was Jasir Woods, who set the edge for Doak to get to the pylon.
I think he's saying 11 seconds. Am I reading that correct rather than 17? I'm not sure.
Romanovic for the extra point. Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage and is wide right. So no good. 28-23. But Bradford able to get some momentum here late. They go on a nice drive here to close out this first half, leaving Indian Trail with very few seconds left here. So now if you're Indian Trail, you've got 3 timeouts. Try and set up a nice return here.
Yeah, I think what's critical here is what happens on the kickoff return. Are we going to be able to use those 3 timeouts? And you miss that extra point, well, that kind of changes your strategy as well. You no longer can just simply tie with a field goal. You're going to need a touchdown if you're Bradford if you want to take the lead. Coach Rizzo looks a little exasperated there.
Bradford fans, student body, boy, they were out here early. We got here at 4:30, 4:45, and the student section was already filled for the soccer game.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's just fantastic to be able to see entire community get involved in an event.
Bradford soccer team able to pick up the win today over Indian Trail. Let's see what Romanovic does here. Short, high kick. Alfredson will take inside the 20. Alfredson with the return across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Able to bring him down. Nolan Day. So Indian Trail with 3 timeouts remaining here with 12 seconds to go as we head to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, a couple guys on Bradford a little bit dinged up. 25, the running back, Doak the third, came off on that extra point. He had a bloody nose. No problems there. A couple guys cramping up on the sidelines. Need to watch for that in the second half.
Wenberg to Carmichael across the 45, out of bounds at the 46. It'll be a gain of 12. And a first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Well, go to your money man, Armani Carmichael, with 6 seconds to go here in the half.
Now with only 6, you pretty much are going to run 4 verticals, heave the ball, and try to see what can happen.
They'll run trips here to the near side of the formation.
Kind of forces one-on-one coverage, although you can see 2 high safeties are ready to play someone over the top on Armani.
Lindbergh on the scramble just down the near sideline, and he'll get out of bounds in Bradford territory as time runs out here in our first half. Teams combined for 51 points through the first 24 minutes here in Kenosha, the inaugural football game at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Indian Trail on top of Bradford 28-23 at the half. Welcome back to our halftime report here on Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Kenosha Indian Trail down 14-0 early has come back to take a 5-point lead here at the half. Well, tonight we'd like to highlight 2 special student athletes My24 is proud to present our Scholar Athletes of the Week nominees. From Kenosha Indian Trail High School, our nominee is Kendall Wilhelmsen. Kendall competes in tennis, basketball, softball, and soccer, carries a 3.967 unweighted GPA. She's on the Kenosha Unified Honor Roll as well as a member of the National Honor Society. Kendall has been selected most improved in tennis and offensive MVP in soccer. She gives back to her school and the community by participating and volunteering in various programs and organizations like Holiday House, Gift of Giving, tutoring fellow students, and Special Olympics. In the words of AD Eric Corbett, she is, quote, an outstanding person, first-class individual, a leader both on and off the playing field. And from Bradford High School, our Scholar Athlete of the Week is John Sikora. John competes in football and track and field, carries a 3.6 unweighted GPA. John is ranked number 10 in his senior class. He is a starter on the football team and throws shot put on the track and field team. John helps out his community by volunteering his time through his church as well as coaching youth football. He is hoping to study engineering in college. His coach's comments are, quote, he's a great kid, a class act, always a great role model for kids. Each week we'll be highlighting in the Scholar athletes who achieve great things on the field, in the classroom, and in their communities. And congratulations from My24 Sports. 28-23 Indian Trail on top of Bradford. As we head downstairs to Kara and Andrew Burns.
Thank you so much, guys. We're cracking up down here because this halftime performance is super spectacular. Thank you so much for being down here with me, Andy. Let's just kick this into more of a fun vibe since we're in the middle of halftime here. What is your favorite flavor of Badger Max, and what other flavors do you offer?
All right, my favorite flavor is grape. It tastes fantastic. We have Blue Torrent, which is a blue raspberry, Arctic Impact, a mixed berry, Fruit Punch, grape, and orange. Try them all, they're excellent.
And they also come in a 0 calorie, and you have a water as well.
Right, that's correct. We have a 0 cal Fruit Punch, 0 cal grape, and we have a high pH water. Available at Quick Trip, Sendix, Woodman's, and so forth. So please try them out.
And why is Badger Max better for you than some of the other competitive sports drinks out there?
Yeah, that's a great question. We actually had this product designed with less ingredients, a cleaner ingredient deck, and a third less sugar. So it's pretty good stuff.
And why did you decide to get involved with Badger Max?
Well, I figured that I'm from the state. I want to create a local company. We want to impact all of our local residents in a positive way. We want to provide a superior product, and that's what we did.
Well, and you guys have done a wonderful job of getting into these communities, especially through a partnership with My24 and Thursday Night Lights. And now as we stand here in this brand new, beautiful stadium, you've only got to make your way into Kenosha, Bradford, right?
That's right. This place is awesome. Unbelievable. Great. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much again for all of your support and for joining us for Thursday Night Lights.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And back to you guys.
Kara, thank you, and Andrew Burns, and along with Kevin Mazza, we thank you, our title sponsor for Thursday Night Light. 28-23. Indian Trail on top of Kenosha. Bradford back with more of our halftime report after this. Welcome back to our halftime report. Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center in Kenosha tonight. Kenosha Indian Trail with the lead over the Bradford Red Devils. And we head back down to the sideline with Kara and the man overseeing this great facility.
He's honestly the guy that we should be thanking for tonight, the athletic director, Adam Sulko, here of Kenosha Bradford. I just want you to tell us a little bit about this brand new, beautiful stadium.
Well, this brand new, beautiful stadium was a referendum we did about 6 months ago. It's a bigger project than just this. This is just the first piece done. This is the first home stadium for Bradford High School has ever had in its history. Dr. Sinclair mentioned in the ceremony before, ever since, before this day, we had to get on a bus for every home game.
And that's honestly a crazy concept. And as we look towards our beautiful scoreboard here too, I've heard that this is one of the largest in Wisconsin. Can you mention something about that?
Yeah, so when we first started this project, Dr. Sinclair and I are like, what can we do to really make this thing special and unique from any other stadium in the state? And we got a hold of Daktronics, and we started talking video scoreboard. We know a couple other stadiums that do, like Sussex, Hamilton, and Beloit. And we started talking to sponsors, and before you know it, we had all the sponsors we needed and more. So we said, let's go bigger. So we have an 11 by 19 video scoreboard. The only scoreboards bigger in the state are at college stadiums or pro stadiums.
And that's fantastic. Now we've got quite a close game here against the Hawks. Do you feel like the Red Devils are going to come out on top?
they've been ready for this game all week. I talked to the boys at lunch and in the hallways, and this is a game that they want.
And we could obviously tell that by the performance on the field tonight. Again, thank you so much for hosting us tonight and being a part of this brand new stadium and, of course, Thursday Night Lights.
Thanks for coming.
And back to you.
Kara, thank you. Adam's handling it well. First-year athletic director, and you get to walk into this brand spanking new stadium. Outstanding. 28-23, Indian Trail. They trailed 14-0 early in this ball game, but have come back to take the 5-point lead in what has turned out to be an exciting game and a beautiful night here in Kenosha for this debut of this brand new football facility. Let's head back downstairs. We're going to talk with the man who brought out the game ball tonight, and that was Nicholas Ebert from the Marine Corps.
That's right. I've got Sergeant Nicholas Ebert down here with me. Thank you very much for joining us tonight and for handing out our game ball. What exactly do you do in the United States Marine Corps?
I'm an automotive diesel mechanic, so I fix the trucks that are in the Marine Corps.
And so for some people out there that think that you're automatically just in the field under fire, that's one of the misconceptions. There are a lot of opportunities with the Marine Corps. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that is a common misconception. In the Marines, we have over 350 career opportunities. We do have infantry, but there are also highly skilled jobs that are out there.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for all that you do for our country. Where can any individuals that are interested in getting more information on the Marine Corps go for that?
They can go to marines.com or come down to the local recruiting office here in Kenosha and talk to myself.
All right, well, thanks again for joining us tonight, and back to you guys.
Kara, thank you, and thank you, Sergeant Nicholas Ebert, for serving your country. 28-23. Indian Trail on top of Kenosha Bradford. We'll have more of our halftime programming right after this. This is Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Welcome back to our halftime report. Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center. Kenosha Indian Trail on top of Kenosha Bradford, 28-23. Big balloon release here at halftime, celebrating cancer research and Tackle Pink tonight between Indian Trail and Kenosha Bradford. Time now for our Army interview, and once again we head to the sidelines and Kara.
Thank you so much. Of course, we're going to take a small break from this spectacular halftime show to talk to our Sergeant First Class James Bopa with the United States Army. How long have you been in the Army?
So I've been in the Army for 17 years now. Done a little bit of different things. Gone from started out doing active duty and then moved into actually the National Guard, and then now I'm in the Army Reserves as a recruiter, and that's what I'm here doing today, recruiting.
And what has been the highlight of your career in the Army?
So for me, my highlight was when I graduated from basic training. Really, I brought in and became a part of that 241 years of American Army history that I've always carried with me, I always brought with me, and just had to enjoy doing.
That's fantastic, and of course we've got millions of people that thank you for your service. Where can anybody go for more information if they want to join the Army?
So if anybody's looking to join the Army, the best option is to go to our website, goarmy.com, or they can just look and find their local Army recruiting office and talk to our local Army recruiter.
And what pre-qualifies somebody for getting into the Army?
Yep, the easiest way to pre-qualify somebody for the Army is must be 17 years old, on track to graduate from high school or be a high school graduate, and then be in good moral standing and good medical criteria as well.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us tonight for Thursday Night Lights, and of course for serving our country. Very thankful for that.
Thank you.
And back to you guys upstairs.
Kara, thank you so much. That leads us into our halftime highlights, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Army strong, with Indian Trail leading here 28-23. And it got started early here. The defense getting things set up for the Red Devils tonight.
Yeah, between interceptions and fumbles helps Eric Doak to get off to his excellent start in the first half.
Not one, but two touchdowns in that first quarter. That opened up a 14-0 lead. Just when we thought Bradford was going to run away and hide, though, the Indian Trail defense comes up big.
Yeah, Davion Nixon forced a fumble. Ulysses Morales picked that ball up, took it in for a score.
That cut the lead in half, 14-7, and Indian Trail then tied the ball game. A nice little dive play by Octavian Turner.
Yeah, Octavian was a big spark.
28-yard field goal by Romanovic. gave the lead back to Bradford, but then Indian Trail came right back on the ensuing drive, punched it into the end zone, and then Carmichael with a big catch over the middle running a post route.
And we kept waiting for them to get the ball to Armani, and finally delivered.
Bradford late in this first half hands it off to Eric Doak III, his third touchdown of the half, and that cut the deficit to 28-23. The extra point was tipped and went wide right. That's our halftime highlights brought to you by the U.S. Army, Army Strong. Want to thank the good folks over at Infacino's Italian Pizzeria and Restaurant on 39th Avenue in Kenosha for supplying us with delicious pizza and garlic bread tonight. Infacino's famous pizza is hands down the best in town. Let's let the Kenosha know by voting them #1 in town. Go to KenoshaNews.com and vote them #1 in the best of Kenosha County 2016. And it was good. I know you had a couple slices.
Well, I saw our offensive stat man, Tom Swiddle, working his way on that pizza, and it was kind of an open invitation to join him. We couldn't pass that up.
28-23 Indian Trail. Third quarter comes your way next on My 24. Indian Trail on top of Bradford, 28-23 as we get set to begin our second half. But first, time for our visit with our fine folks at Goodwill, and here's Kara.
Thank you so much. I've got Pat Bolter with Goodwill here with me. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the job opportunities with Goodwill?
Well, you know, when most people think about Goodwill, they think about the stores and donation centers and the fact that they can shop or donate at Goodwill. But they may not think about the fact that we offer employment. Especially if you're in high school or college, we have an array of open positions, cashiers, donation attendants, team associates, that you can work for Goodwill, for a Goodwill store, and you can work in the summer, you can work part-time throughout the school year. We offer very competitive benefits. It's a wonderful work environment, flexible scheduling, so consider Goodwill as an employer. And if you go to amazinggoodwill.com and you click on our careers tab, all the information, open positions are there, and there's probably open positions in your community.
Well, thank you so much for what you offer for the community and, of course, for supporting Thursday Night Lights.
Thank you.
And back to you.
Kara, thank you so much. Third quarter set to get underway. Bradford will get the football to start this second half. They'll work it left to right. Again, a reminder, Badger Max Thursday Night Lights available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. Here's our stats from that first half. Fairly even through one half of play.
Yeah, maybe one of the surprises has been Eric Doak III for Bradford. He's accounted for 163 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns.
And the 2 turnovers by the Hawks came early, their first 2 possessions to start the ball game that were capitalized, turned into 14 points by the Red Devils. Baker with the run-up. In the kick, it'll be a squib kick here. Bounce around and will be fall on there. Jake Lampy, who recovered a fumble earlier, able to fall on that one near the 30-yard line. So Bradford, again, given good field position here to start this second half.
Yeah, he made that key fumble recovery early in the first half. He's only a sophomore, 5'11", 205 pounds, and he's out there at tackle lined up against a couple of rather large fellows for Indian Trail.
Tony Martin out there at quarterback working that pistol offense, the pistol spread, if you will. And he's going to throw on first down, swings it out here complete to the near side. Able to step out of bounds and takes the line judge down with him. Jakari Godfrey with the catch. His second catch run out of bounds by Evan Kalo.
Coach Rizzo checking to make sure the line judge is okay.
So quickly the Bradford picks up a first down. Again, this season's first down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College, located in Milwaukee, a comprehensive Christian college offering 37 undergraduate degree majors, an accelerated degree completion program for adult learners, and graduate degree options. Learn more at WLC.edu. From the 39, 1st and 10, Eric Doak III, and he's wrapped up, tackled behind the line. Nice job by Tony Ciardo that time. Talked about Tony. Mike McKay really likes this kid here on that right defensive end position.
Yeah.
a little undersized at 6 feet, 190 pounds, but he's got 25 tackles on the season, including 5 tackles for a loss. Just added another one to that total.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. 3 to the left here for Bradford. Martin wants to throw, and Martin gets buried behind the line. Back at the 30-yard line, Davian Nixon along with Sean Banaszak tag teaming Tony Martin.
Yeah, the offensive tackle was never able to get his feet set. Davion just blew right past him. It was Jake Lampy that we talked about giving away a large amount of weight. I can't do that much math.
5'11", 205 goes Lampy. 6'5", 289 for Nixon. Third and 18 for Bradford. Their initial possession here in the second half. A little hitch and go. Gonna try and run up underneath it. Cannot do so. It goes incomplete. Looking for Marquand Williams that time. Just trying to toss it out there, let him run underneath it.
Good coverage that time. Indian Trail was running stride for stride with him.
So Bradford 3 and out on their first drive here of this third quarter. Niko Romanovic does all the kicking here for the Red Devils. The freshman set to punt this one away. Check that, that's Andrew Witkowski back there punting. The senior. Knuckling punt. Alfredson will fair catch at the 43-yard line. So Indian Trail coming away with good field position here to start their initial drive in the third quarter, leading 28-23.
Bradford has to come out here from the get-go and try to put a stop. If Indian Trail gathers this momentum early in the third quarter, could make for a long evening. We'll see what their response is now.
Carmichael and Alfredson split out here to the near side. Single back is Bryant Jones. Alfredson on the fly sweep coming around the right side. Alfredson into Bradford territory and out of bounds at the Red Devil 43-yard line. Amir Woods ran him out. Alfredson just on the simple fly sweep that time from the flanker position.
And we mentioned early in the first half about Indian Trail wanting to use the fly sweep, perhaps setting up the fly sweep pass. Something to be watching for.
Good job getting downfield, setting up the blocks. Turner getting down there. This is Turner on the carry. He really turned the momentum around for Indian Trail offensively in that first half.
Well, the combination of Octavian Turner and Bryant Jones. Turner had 86 yards. Bryant Jones had 50 in the first half.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 from the Red Devil 39-yard line. Turner will stay in there. Wenberg, quick pitch. Carmichael gets a block. Carmichael dancing his way inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. Nate Schwartz along with TQ Washington, but there is a penalty marker on the play.
That's the end of the run. And who's the captain, you?
So the preliminary signal holding here against Indian Trail. Vinnie Hoff getting the explanation from Jefferson E. Davis, our referee tonight.
Holding, number 1, White.
Holding against the Hawk.
10-yard spot foul, repeat second down.
Alfredson
Runner
had
was
that nice
inbounds,
fly
so the
sweep.
clock goes on the ready.
The guilty party on the hold. Move the ball back to midfield. We'll take one more look here. Right there, you can see grabbed a fistful of jersey trying to set the edge for Carmichael.
Got to keep those hands inside the framework of the defensive man's body.
Play fake. Wenberg trying to hit the home run. Has Carmichael. Makes the catch inside the 10 to the goal line. Touchdown, Indian Trail. Armani Carmichael. 51 yards for the touchdown, and he is down hurt on the play.
Don't know if he landed on the ball, perhaps.
A beautifully thrown football by Wenberg, the quarterback. Armani Carmichael, his second touchdown reception of the night. Here's one more look.
One of the keys that we mentioned at the beginning of the game, according to Coach Rizzo, they could not afford to give up the home run. There was a home run.
Last one back was Marquise Bradford. Let's see if we can catch the injury here. Looked like he got that knee rolled up underneath. That right knee that they're tending to there on the sideline. Let's head down to the sideline. We've got Kara ready with an interview.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got Gail Wiestoff of the Northwest Surgery Center and a patient of hers. Now, can you tell us what the consultation, what the process was like at Northwest Surgery Center?
Yeah, it was super easy. So I was having pain in my foot, and I came in having no idea what was going to happen. Gave me an x-ray, kind of laid out my options, and we went from there. It was super easy, like I said. All the staff was extremely friendly, and I would definitely recommend it. My foot is great. It feels fantastic.
Well, I'm glad that you've recovered. And Gail, if anybody wants any information on Northwest Surgery Center, where can they head?
Look us up on our website, www.northwestsurgerycenter.com.
Well, thank you so much, Gail, for joining us for Thursday Night Lights. And, of course, Emmett, we're so happy that you've been recovered. And back to you guys upstairs.
Kara, thank you very much. Good sign there. Armani Carmichael walking under his own power back to the Indian Trail sideline. Well, that could be a costly injury. They're already missing Jack Granucci, their leading rusher, who got hurt a couple of weeks back. Broken collarbone. He's going to be out for a couple more weeks. Baker with the extra point, and it was blocked. No good. 34-23. 9.5 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Let's see who got a hand on that. The first man through on the defensive line got a hand on that.
Can't quite see the number.
Well, this season, Northwest Surgery Center brings you our Fancy Footwork replay. We'll highlight plays featuring fancy footwork. Northwest Surgery Center, minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. Great crowd on hand for this one, in excess of 5,000 here tonight. They're lining the track on both sides here.
Well, each of the teams now has missed one of the extra points. We'll have to see as we go forward how big of a factor that's going to turn out to be. Right now, Bradford's big concern is, though, they don't want to give the ball right away back to Indian Trail.
Quick drive, 3 plays. Carmichael, a 49-yard touchdown reception, his second of the ball game, but again, getting injured on that play, so we'll have to see how that affects Indian Trail going forward here in the second half. TQ Washington, the deep man, inside the 15-yard line. Baker again, kind of a short kick, and it's going to find its way to the far sideline. It'll be picked up, circled around, and dropped. Getting down there on special teams, Daniel Jones for Indian Trail.
Well, Coach McKay says that Daniel Jones is an excellent cover corner, perhaps his fastest player. Of course, Armani likes to debate who's the faster of the two, but obviously got downfield and covered that kick well.
Able to get Jasir Woods down at the 15-yard line. That's where Bradford will start at 1st and 10 from their own 15. We'll give it to Eric Doak III. Takes it across the 15, maybe the 17-yard line. Met immediately by Jake Zarifian, the inside linebacker for Indian Trail.
Jake was an honorable mention all-conference player last year for Indian Trail.
Of about 2, 2nd and 8. They want to throw it, and it's thrown low and incomplete. Looking for Marquand Williams, Danny Jones in coverage for the Hawks.
We just mentioned him a second ago, and his good speed allows him to really be what they look to be as a shutdown corner.
Scott Stager signaling in the play, the offensive coordinator for Bradford. So 3rd and 8 for the Red Devils at their own 17-yard line. Martin on the run, through the hands and incomplete. Looking for Jared Simonson. Simonson with 1 catch tonight, but had that one, just couldn't corral it in.
Right, and Indian Trail has come out, going to force a punt. Could come away with excellent field position this side of the 50.
Second straight 3 and out pitched by the Indian Trail defense. Witkowski punting from inside his own 5-yard line. Alfredson standing at midfield awaiting the kick. Witkowski gets this one away. Hit a Bradford player at the 42-yard line, and really dead football right there. So Indian Trail will start this drive inside Red Devil territory. 8:44 to play here in this 3rd quarter. They got a touchdown on their first drive to take a 34-23 lead.
Well, let's see if Indian Trail tries to use that big offensive line to grind out yards as well as take time off the clock.
Turner with the call. Octavian Turner inside the 40 before he is driven back. Good to see Armani Carmichael back out there for the Hawks. He hurt on that last touchdown. He is back there on the field. Turner with a nice run. Pickup of about 4 sets up 2nd and 6. Indian Trail ready to go. Good read, option read that time, as Wenberg will take it down to the 35-yard line. Very close to a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down. Noah Rosales in on the tackle for the Red Devils.
As we watched Wenberg on that, I think he truly is reading that. It's not a predetermined call. He was watching to see if the end committed to the running back, and then he pulled the ball out and went up the middle.
Again on the read. Again, Wenberg will keep it. He'll pick up the first down short of the 30-yard line. Our first down's brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Dominique Glass, his 7th tackle tonight.
Well, we said if Indian Trail was going to play according to script, they would probably now try to grind that, take that time off the clock.
Trips to the right side on 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Wenberg look right, now comes back left side, looking for Carmichael, leaping grab inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 18. Nice to see Carmichael back in the ball game, able to make the reception in front of Amir Woods.
Yeah, Woods had pretty good coverage, but Carmichael has got that 6'3" height, excellent hands. Puts that ball right in there. First down.
Again, we want to thank the great folks at Goodwill. This season, when a team drives inside their opponent's 20-yard line, they've entered the Power Zone, brought to you by Goodwill and the Power of Work. Octavian Turner takes the football. Down to about the 15-yard line for Turner. Bo Checky there, the senior reserve lineman for the Red Devils on the stop. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7 upcoming here. Clock rolling, under 7 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Wenberg going for the home run, and it's intercepted. Able to pick it off is TQ Washington out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. 3rd turnover by Indian Trail tonight. This time a Wenberg interception, his 2nd pick thrown tonight. TQ Washington with the theft.
That was an ill-fated throw almost from the get-go. TQ was in perfect position, hung the ball up just a little bit, stepped in front of the receiver and took it back outside the 20.
Jumped in front of Gabe Toronto, the split end. Good job reading the play there by Washington. So Red Devils via the turnover get it back at their own 21-yard line with 6:46 to play here in the third, trailing by 11. Martin, play fake to Doak, comes back near side. Gonna try and throw it. It was fumbled, then picked up, running down the near sideline with it, and out of bounds, just short of midfield. That was Cody Tostrud. Tostrud, his first reception tonight.
And when he fumbled that ball, Indian Trail kind of slowed up, stopped for a second. Suddenly Tostrud picked up that ball, took off downfield.
Probably thought that was an incomplete pass. We'll take another look.
Ooh.
Might have been a lateral too, so that might have been a live ball.
Might have been
regardless.
no matter what.
Takes a good shot just across midfield. 32-yard pickup and a first down. Now Martin on the keep. Martin with a hole. Martin inside the 40. Taking tacklers with them inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Tony Martin showing some strength by the 5'10", 160-pound junior. Justin Smith and company there to finally bring him down.
If Tony can keep the ball a little bit every now and then, not just give it to Doak, that's going to give their offense a little bit more diversification.
And our fancy footwork replay brought to you by Northwest Surgery Center. Minimally invasive surgery for bunions, hammer toes, heel spurs, and other foot and ankle concerns. Penalty marker on the first down play. Be a holding call here against Bradford. That'll temporarily stall this drive and momentum by the Red Devils. While they sort this one out, let's head to the sidelines and Mike McGivern.
So we're going to go 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is somewhere in there.
Said, look, we got lucky on that one. He's showing the film on the big screen. We got lucky. One of their defensive backs went the wrong way. The guy Washington split the middle and got the pick. He said, look, feeling good about the pick. We can't have that happen again. We got lucky. Make sure our feet are a little bit quicker, and defensively they'll want to come up and bump run a little bit.
Good call, Mike. Sometimes you just have to be at the right place at the right time.
Sometimes being lucky than good.
Martin rolling left. Now just has to throw it away and threw it up for grabs. The catch was made. And nice reception. It's back to the original line of scrimmage following that holding call.
I think initially Scott Steger, the offensive coordinator, would like to have seen him whistle that ball out of bounds. Don't just toss it up there.
Well, originally that's what I thought Martin was going to do, but he found Marquand Williams for the catch.
Once he made the catch, oh, that's a good call.
Is that one of those no.
Yes. Ooh.
That is dangerous.
Ooh.
Williams bailed him out. 2nd and 10. Dropped, incomplete. Looking for Jakari Godfrey, who was kind of in man coverage there.
Jack Safarian was one of the guys who got there quickly.
Evan Kalo also there. Quickly now 3rd and 10 here for the Red Devils. Martin from the pistol, 2 receivers split to the right. Play fake to Doak, comes back over the middle, catch is made inside the 20, down to the 8-yard line with it. Marquand Williams, Danny Jones saved the touchdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, excellent slant pattern. Tony Martin hit him right in the numbers.
Beautiful, hit him right at the break as he split both defenders to set it up 1st and goal for the Hawks at the 8-yard line. And penalty markers on the play. This might be a motion call here against Bradford. Let's see. Indian Trail jumped the neutral zone here. Let's see. Yep, offside by the defense. Take it half the distance. Put the football down to the 4-yard line.
half the distance to the goal line, it'll be a repeat first down.
So Bradford trying to cash in on their third takeaway of the ball game.
I think once again they've brought Noah Rosales into that backfield to be one of the lead blockers.
An offset eye here with Eric Doak. They'll go jumbo package actually here as they'll give it to Doak. And Doak the third down to the 2.
Doak that time got most of that on his own. Broke one tackle and got it down to the 2.
Ran right into Davian Nixon. The defensive tackle for Indian Trail. Red Devils knocking on the door here. 2nd and goal, officially from the 1. And they'll go jumbo here. Eric Doak into the end zone, his 4th touchdown tonight. And the Red Devils respond. And let's see if they go for 2 here, having missed an extra point earlier.
Most coaches have this little card. It's kind of like scoring for dummies. You've got to look at your card. If you're down by this many, what do you do? So forth. And sometimes people roll the dice. We'll see what happens here.
Eric Doak the third, 4 touchdown runs tonight for Bradford, and it appears they will go for 2. What a night for number 25 in the black jersey. Same formation here, going for 2. Give it to Doak. Doak, second effort. Did he get in? Yes, he did. 2-point conversion for Doak. Cuts it to 3 here, 34-31, as we'll take our break. A good one brewing here in the second half in Kenosha. Bradford coming back to within 3. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24. Eric Doak the third with 4 touchdowns tonight and a 2-point conversion to pull his team to within 3. For all of the info on the green and gold, including special guests, players, and more, watch Locker Room Tuesday nights at 6:30 on My Place for Sports. That would be My 24. Romanovic with the kickoff. Alfredson and Jones standing deep. And Alfredson will make the catch on the near sideline at the 10. Circles back to the 15, across the 20, and out to the 26-yard line. That's where Indian Trail will start this drive. And again, we want to thank the good folks at Infacino's Italian Pizzeria and Restaurant on 39th Avenue here in Kenosha for supplying us with delicious pizza and garlic bread before our ball game. Infacino's famous pizza is hands down the best in town. That's Kenosha know by voting them number 1 in town. Go to KenoshaNews.com and vote them number 1 in the best of Kenosha County 2016. 7 plays, nearly 80 yards. Doak with his 4th touchdown tonight.
Right, and now Bradford's got to make sure they take the wind out of the sails of Indian Trail right off the bat.
Octavian Turner across the 25 and driven back.
Now in the first half, Turner was spelled by Bryant Jones. We'll see if Indian Trail makes that same substitution this half.
Dominique Glass was cramping up in that first half, back out there, able to make the stop for the Red Devils. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 from the 29. Carmichael here on this short side. He's drawn the man coverage, 3 receivers to the right side. Looking right, Wenberg. Now Wenberg under pressure, able to get away. He'll take it out to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the scramble that time by Wenberg, the quarterback.
Going to bring up a critical 3rd down here.
Trey Glass having an outstanding ball game tonight. 13 tackles tonight for Trey Glass.
Starts coming time to pick the most valuable player in this game. There are a lot of folks deserving that award.
Not sure what's going on here. Referee has stopped play. An animated discussion between Matt Rizzo and Jefferson E. Davis, our referee tonight. Not sure what that was all about.
No.
Running conversation tonight with both sidelines most of this ball game. Turner with the call. Turner near the first down marker, just across the 35-yard line. Trey Glass lost his helmet again. Cousin like Dominique able to come up with it.
Looks like forward progress is going to give him the first down.
Again, first down sponsored by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Once again, they'll set it up, trips to the right side. 3 receivers to the right. Armani Carmichael lined up in man coverage here near side. That's where Wenberg's going to go. Gets it to Carmichael. He'll spin out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Locked in man coverage that time with Amir Woods. Makes the tackle. It's 5 tackles tonight for Woods. It's his job to at least hold Carmichael to the line of scrimmage. Now, we were told, Matt Rizzo told us in practice Monday, kind of a bump and run coverage here, trying to at least make contact at the line here to slow down the receiving core.
Well, the 2 high safeties are ready to play over the top to try to get help covering Amari.
And there's Turner again with a nice run at 13 out to midfield.
One of the things that the offensive sets for Indian Trail are how they're having an effect is they put trips out to that wide side of the field, trying to force one-on-one coverage with Armani. Because you bring your safety to help on that coverage to Armani, now you're a little weak to that power side.
This time they'll bring Alfredson over in a slot here to the near side along with Amani Carmichael. Turner gets the call again, up the middle. Turner on first down. Gets it into Bradford territory down to the Red Devil 47-yard line. The ball came out. There was a fumble. Let's see. And it was indeed a fumble. Bradford recovered. Let's take another look. Looked like Dominique Glass pulled that ball right out and fell right on it. Dominique Glass with the strip and the recovery. So Bradford will take over at their own 46-yard line. Let's head to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, you keep talking about the Glass cousins. Number 7 is his son of Myron Glass. For you guys that remember him, maybe one of the best athletes ever to come out of Kenosha St. Joe's. These 2 are cousins. They love playing football together.
Right next to Nicky Van Exel. I think you're right, Mike, as they go for the home run on first down, and it's broken up incomplete. Broken up by Evan Kalo that time, able to get in front of Jakari Godfrey.
Tony Martin hung that ball up just a shade. Jakari had that step on the defender, but can see just enough. Brought that arm over the top. Helped knock that ball loose.
Great job by Kalo. 2nd and 10. Eric Doak, nowhere to go, ran right into Nixon. Also in there, Jack Lalonde.
Jack Lalonde flashed in from his outside linebacker position, held that edge, helped make that tackle.
Be a loss of 2, sets up 3rd and 12 for Bradford. Minute 45 to go here in the quarter.
Well, they got a important 3rd down conversion last time they had the ball. They need another one here.
2 by 2 are the receiving core. Single back is Doak on 3rd and long. Martin in trouble. Martin gonna go down. Back at the 45-yard line. Tracking him down that time was Tony Ciardo, able to make the play along with Zarifian.
Tony and Jake got there, converged on the quarterback. Good coverage. Forced Tony to scramble.
Bradford forced to punt. Hey, listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Show presented by your local Pick and Save stores this Saturday morning at 10. Mesmer Shorewood head coach Chad Hoffman will join Mike McGivern and Tom Swiddle to discuss the Woodland Conference. Coach Barry Alvarez will also chat with the boys for a few minutes. That's Saturdays from 10 to noon, only on Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. Witkowski gets this one away. Alfredson makes the catch across the 25, out to the 31-yard line for a return of 6. TQ Washington able to bring him down. Indian Trail will get the football in good field position here. 40 seconds to go here in the third, leading by 3.
We've only seen that speed sweep run twice, I believe. And I don't know whether, Coach McKay and his offensive coordinator, Drew Ambrose, if they want to work that in yet, how they're going to play this.
2 receivers here to the near side. They'll give it to Turner. Breaks out of a tackle and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Swartz finally brought him down, the outside linebacker for the Red Devils.
Yeah, initially Dominic Glass broke through, slowed him up in the backfield. Dominic, they say he's 5'9", 200 in the tray. His cousin is 5'10", 185. Might be a little bigger discrepancy than that.
Turner injured on that last run.
Looks like maybe a cramp. They're pushing that toe back up.
Yep. It's humid out here tonight. A little bit of rain earlier, right before the ball game. Again, for Indian Trail, they've got a tough road to hoe here after tonight. They still have 3 games remaining. They host Franklin next week. They go to Racine to play Horlick, and then they've got Oak Creek to wrap up the season. There you can see the standings right now. How important this game is for both schools. Bradford trying to get playoff eligible here if they can get 4 wins in conference.
And Bradford's in a situation now with 2 losses already. They need to even that record up, so they've got that opportunity to get to that 4-win plateau.
Bradford finishes up at Park next week. Then they host Tremper back here at Bradford Field, and then it's Racine Case in Racine. Nice run, that time by Jones.
And that's that flip we saw in the first half. They used Octavian Turner in the first quarter, then the second quarter came along and came Bryant Jones.
And his run will end our third quarter here. As they get lined up, get the sticks reset. Clock is stopped here with 5 seconds to go, and now to wind down. All right, 3 quarters in the books here tonight at Mary D. Bradford Field. Couple of heavyweights, punch, counter punch here tonight. Bradford has closed to within 3. It's Indian Trail 34, Bradford 31 on My 24. (34-31). Indian Trail on top of Bradford. They try the jump around here, and we can feel it. We're going to come down on 39th Avenue here if this keeps up.
I wonder if I can do it and count it as my cardio this day.
A staple at Camp Randall, a staple at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. 1st and 10, Indian Trail to start our fourth quarter, I should say. That's Bryant Jones on the carry. Gain of a couple for Jones. Najee Mitchell brought him down for Bradford.
Another one of the guys in that somewhat undersized front 4 for Bradford that's been fighting extremely hard tonight.
2 by 2 in the receiving core here for Indian Trail on 2nd down. And Wenberg on the zone read that time, a little option read, excuse me. Dietz able to bring him down. Jake Dietz, his first tackle tonight, getting some action now here in the fourth quarter. Sets up a 3rd and 7 now for the Hawks at their own 45-yard line. Wenberg, they pick up the blitz. Going for it all, has a receiver out there, and it's incomplete. Looking for Alfredson that time down the field. Marco Infacino, I believe, out there in coverage, along with Michael Tomey. And a 4th down, so the Bradford defense gets the stop they were looking for here, forcing a Stephen Baker punt. Baker gets this one away. High floating kick, fair catch signaled for and made by TQ Washington just across his own 25-yard line. I want to remind you that Badger Max Thursday Night Lights available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. It's a big drive here for Bradford, down 3 early here in the 4th.
Well, they got that stop that they needed from their defense. Now let's see if the offense can hold up its part of the deal.
Doak, the single back behind Martin. He'll get the call. Doak trying to get the near side. Doak knifed out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. R.J. Yenneral's had a pretty good ball game in that secondary for the Hawks. Able to get Doak out of bounds.
And Cody Testrud got out enough just to kind of keep the defensive man from making that initial play. It doesn't look like much as the play gets going, but all of a sudden you get 4 or 5 yards.
Good look at Tony Martin, the 5'10 junior, a captain at quarterback here for Bradford. He'll play fake. Toss it out far side through the hands. And incomplete. Jasir Woods had that ball momentarily. That was close to being intercepted out there. Dan Jones out there on the coverage, nearly had a pick.
That's always dangerous sometimes when that ball goes through your hands. Does the defender wind up getting that ball, land right in his?
Just fell right at his feet. Quickly 3rd down for Bradford at their own 30-yard line, 3rd and 6. Here comes Doak the third. Doak the third out to the 35-yard line. Looks like he's going to be a little short.
A little short.
Let's see where they mark it. Eric Doak tonight with 4 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion for the Red Devils, and he'll pick up a 1st down. Again, 1st downs brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Now, first screen of the night, they called it at the perfect time. Once again, Scott Stager, the offensive coordinator, picking out the play that he thinks is going to give him the best opportunity.
Woods and Williams split to the far side. They'll come back with a wide receiver screen here. Out across the 40 and out of bounds into the bench area with the catch that time. Jakari Godfrey. Danny Jones able to run him out. Let's head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
So, guys, defensive coordinator, defensive coaches on the Bradford sideline said, look, we told you at halftime if we can bring some pressure, we can rattle the quarterback from Indian Trail. He said we're going to continue to get creative where we're bringing the pressure from, but it's coming, and make sure that we take any picks that he gives us.
Martin swings it out far side, completes the pass, but tackled back near the 41-yard line. Great job there by R.J. Yenneral. We were just talking about him. He's had a pretty good game back there for the Hawks.
He was left out there all alone, 1-on-1, had to make the critical open field tackle.
So 3rd and long for Bradford. Tustrud with his 3rd catch tonight. 3 receivers here to the left for the Red Devils on 3rd and 6. Need to get to the 46-yard line for the 1st down. Martin under pressure, sidesteps, now fires into the sideline, incomplete. And a penalty marker down as well. Jivan St. Julian, the sophomore defensive lineman that time with the pressure.
Going to wave it off.
Wave the flag.
Now, there was a receiver on that side of the field, and his intention might have been to throw it out of bounds, but he's following what the rule says.
So an opportunity wasted here for Bradford. Witkowski on to punt.
It'll be interesting to see when we go kick the ball over. Do we see Trey Glass back out there? Last series, he was not in there on defense for Bradford.
Andrew Witkowski puts a right foot into this one. Alfredson at the 31. Across the 35, short of the 40 with a penalty flag on the play. So Alfredson with a 6-yard return. We'll check out the penalty. Jasir Woods making the stop for the Red Devils. Block
back
in the
against
back.
White.
I think they caught Justin Smith as he was trying to set a block in the back, and it's, once again, we mentioned the guy turns his back on you, don't hit him in the numbers, stand there. You'd understand this, basketball aficionado that you are. Set a screen.
First down.
What gave it away? He was the first player waving the arms over his head like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That wasn't me. Yeah, the Hawks leading by 3, 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Like to get a drive going here, at least flip the field position if they can. Bradford showing blitz. They'll swing it out to Alfredson on the far sideline. Alfredson across the 35, out of bounds at the 37. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the play there for Max Alfredson. Once again,
Guess who's back in the game? So maybe had to get a little blow. He's been a busy young man tonight. 16 tackles.
Oof. Second and 5. Again, they'll swing it out far side. Again, it's Alfredson with a catch out to the 41-yard line, close to a first down. Pickup of about 4. It'll set up 3rd and short for the Hawks.
Now, Bradford has been shooting its linebackers, but the response by Indian Trail to that is quickly throw the ball to the outside, get them outnumbered.
Amir Woods in on the step. 3rd and 1. The give is to Jones. Bryant Jones will get the first down across the 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for the Hawks. Again, first downs brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Let's see if those short passes to Alfredson set something up downfield to Carmichael. Carmichael lined up to the top of your screen, drawing single coverage. Play fake.
Oh, he's
going to go the opposite way. Wide open with the catch. And into the end zone with it is Gabe Toronto for the touchdown. 57 yards on the strike from Wenberg to Toronto. Well, they had me sold on it. I figured they were going to come back to Carmichael, but watch this play develop.
Busted coverage on that.
Running naked behind the secondary, I guess is what you call that. Gabe Toronto, second touchdown catch of the year. Indian Trail up by 9 with the extra point pending. Baker pushes it through. 41-31, 10-point lead. Time now to visit with our fine folks at Menards.
Thank you so much. I've got John Griffiths, the store manager of the Germantown Menards, here with me. Now, John, can you tell us a little bit about Menards?
Menards is a family-owned and run company with the general office right here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We've got 300 stores throughout the Midwest, 12 stores in the Milwaukee area, including ours right here in Germantown.
And why is it important for Menards to be a part of initiatives like Thursday Night Lights?
Menards definitely understands the hard work and dedication it takes from our student athletes to achieve their goals both on the field and in the classroom, and we really appreciate all the support they get from their families, the coaching staff, their teachers, the community, and we're really proud to be a part of that support.
Well, we're glad to have you on board with us, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
And back to you.
John, thank you, and thank you to Menards. All season, Mike and Carol will have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests on the sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the schools and communities we visit. Our sideline reports being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Big money, 57-yard play.
Well, there's still 7:59 left in this quarter. Bradford can't panic and just start throwing the ball all over, but they have to be very conscious of their drives being quick and efficient.
Scott Steger, the offensive coordinator, on your right. Matt Rizzo, the head coach, on the left. 4 plays, 68 yards. Toronto left all alone on the 57-yard strike. Baker, another short kick. Ball's on the turf. Across the 30, out, and that's about it right there. Once again with it on the reception was Jasir Woods. Danny Jones and Turner back down there on special teams. Well, now the defense for the Hawks needs to go to work. 7:53 to play, holding a 10-point lead. Saw Tony Martin spending a lot of time on that last exchange with his offensive coordinator. Let's see what they come up with here. Martin comes back here to the near side, completes the pass. Out across the 35 to the 36-yard line, Jakari Godfrey with the catch. Brought down by Justin Smith. So a nice gain here on first down, a pickup of 6 by Godfrey. They'll give it to Doak. Eric Doak battles his way up the middle. Davian Nixon in there on the stop. Also Tony Ciardo. It's going to be stopped short of the first down. It'll set up a 3rd and 1. Doak tonight, if you're just joining us, 4 touchdowns for Bradford. Also a 2-point conversion.
If they get this first down here, it might be interesting to see if they'd start going to an empty backfield and get Doak in on the pattern as well.
Martin will keep it. Second effort for Martin will get the first down just across the 40-yard line. Good effort that time by Martin, the quarterback. His second effort picks up the first down.
Well, Bradford has, as we mentioned, a number of receivers. I think you have to start considering whether you throw Doak into that mix as well and try to see if you can shake him loose for another key reception or 2.
Hampy on the pull got just enough of his man to get Martin the first down. Tostrud with the catch, short of midfield. Justin Smith. Check that, Simonson, 18, the reception.
Once again, one of those things you want to see is sometimes you want to see that receiver spin to the outside, get out of bounds if he's not going to be able to break away.
Eric Doak gets it to midfield, going to be stopped short of the first down. Ball came out. I saw a beanbag thrown there. Let's see as they unpile. Bradford got it back. The officials tossing the beanbag in there as if the ball came out.
Well, now your enemy is the clock. And so they have to get now, try to get a little bit more yardage with some quick passes, get that ball down the field as quickly as possible.
3rd and 1 from midfield. They'll give it to Doak. Doak, nowhere to go, and down he goes back at the 47-yard line. Nice open field tackle. Justin Smith, the strong safety, stepping up, filling the gap, beating his man on the outside, able to get to Doak for a loss.
Now, we've got a number of juniors in that defensive backfield for Indian Trail, and they're playing very well.
A nice job to get to Doak. Big 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing by 10. Martin wants to put it up, completes the pass here on the near side and out of bounds for the first down. Jakari Godfrey. Evan Kalo with the stop, but it will be another first down brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Got the first down and stopped the clock. Critical here.
From the 44 of the Hawks, Martin will swing it out far side, completes it again. This time it's to Jasir Woods. Jasir Woods, the 6'1 junior, with the reception. Yenneral out there on defense. Short gain, pick up maybe 1 on the play.
Another good open field tackle. Keeps the ball in play, clock running.
There's another item that was emphasized in practice Monday by Mike McKay. Tackle better. Go for the home run over the middle, and it is caught at the 10-yard line. Jakari Godfrey, 34 yards, first and goal, Red Devils. Danny Jones went up for the jump ball, but it was Godfrey who came down with it.
Get a good replay here. Reed caught that on his way down.
Oh. Martin again to the air. Again swings it out near side. Touchdown, Bradford. Godfrey with a 10-yard reception. And it's a 4-point ball game.
We mentioned early on that Coach Rizzo thought his team easily could be 3-2. Instead, they're 1-4. I don't know if you'll see a much better 1-4 team, how hard they're playing. And there's 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in this game. See how this thing turns out.
Niko Romanovic for the extra point. Ball down, kick is to the uprights, and it is good. We'll take a break. 4:17 to play. What a ball game tonight in Kenosha. Hawks 41, Red Devils 38 on My 24. Jakari Godfrey with the touchdown from 10 yards out. He also caught the big 34-yard pass play down to the 10-yard line. Bradford back to within 3. Now 2 FBI agents investigate the strange and unexplained. Don't miss the cult classic, The X-Files, Thursdays at 7, starting October 20th on My 24. It's going to be an onside kick. And Indian Trail ready for it. They cover it up. So they tried to go onside. Gabe Toronto here on this near side able to cover it up. 9 plays, 70 yards. Godfrey, the 10-yard touchdown reception.
I'm sure a couple people will be second guessing that decision, but you go for what you think will work. And once again, it's going to fall on the shoulders of their defense to see if they can get the ball back.
Sometimes you watch and an end will peel back as the kicker is running up and trying to catch Indian Trail, maybe going back, setting up a return. Alfredson in motion. There's that fly sweep. Good job by Bradford to string that one out. Still on his feet. And it goes down inbounds. Nice play there by Max Alfredson to stay inbounds as he was chased down by Dominique Glass.
Right. I mean, rather than stopping the clock, he was smart enough. And I don't know if we'll get a replay of this. They had 2 blockers on the defender, and he was still fighting that off, holding the edge.
Now the Hawks will try and take as much time as they can. They'll be watching the back judge here, who will count down the final 5 seconds of the play clock. That's exactly what Wenberg is doing. His eyes are focused on the back judge at the 30-yard line. Now he'll start the signal. Wenberg takes the snap. Will hand it off. Jones breaking a tackle to the Bradford 45-yard line. And Bradford will take the first of their 3 timeouts here on defense with 3:21 to play.
Well, we're getting here, when you talk about the proverbial big plays of the game, here's a 3rd down that's essential. And depending on what happens on 3rd down, it may force Coach McKay to have to make a critical choice.
Well, our critical choice tonight was the pizza from Infacino's Italian Pizzeria and Restaurant on 39th Avenue. Did Swiddle leave us any, by the way?
My big choice was what did I do, the thin crust or the thick crust? That was a tough choice.
We want to thank Infacino's Pizzeria on 39th Avenue in Kenosha with the delicious pizza and garlic bread. Their famous pizza, hands down, the best in town. Let the Kenosha folks know by voting them #1 in town. Go to KenoshaNews.com and vote them #1 in the Best of Kenosha County 2016. Mike McKay, head football coach at Indian Trail. You'd think his team is down by 2 touchdowns.
Looks a little intense, doesn't he? But he prides himself on his defense. He's also the defensive coordinator. And over the past 5 seasons, his defense has really played well.
3rd and 4 for the Hawks. Wenberg wants to put it up. Near side, diving catch made at the sticks by Carmichael for the first down. Well, when you're looking for a clutch grab, no doubt where you're going there. Big first down, a big Wisconsin Lutheran College first down for the Indian Trail Hawks. Keeps the clock rolling here once they reset the sticks with 3:16 to play.
You know, Wenberg had that one bad interception early in the game, but since that time, he's been doing an outstanding job managing the game for Indian Trail.
Drew Ambrose, the offensive coordinator, signals in the play from the sideline. Bryant Jones will line up in the backfield with Wenberg. 1st and 10 from the 40. Jones gets the call, up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Good stout defense by the Red Devils, and they'll take their second timeout. Stopping the clock, they have one timeout remaining, 2:48 to play.
Yeah, and they're going to have to burn their last timeout right after this next play. If they want to have any chance to have some time left on the clock.
A great ball game here tonight. Again, people who don't follow the Southeast Conference and have watched Bradford, they started off with a tough non-conference schedule. They had 2 touchdowns called back in the loss at Wilmot, against Wilmot, I should say, and then had a tough go of it with Lake Geneva Badger. Played 3 quarters with Badger, but that ground game by Lake Geneva just ground them down. And you look back at the game last week against Horlick. Opportunities abound there, and they just couldn't cash them in.
They felt poor tackling hurt them against Horlick. You've got Wilmot, who's leading, tied with Badger. Those 2 teams meet tomorrow night, Wilmot and Badger, to kind of establish who's on the top in the Southern Lakes Conference.
You see Bradford's schedule. They're at Park, then here at home again against Tremper, and then at Case. So a doable schedule for the Red Devils if they can hang on here, try and get the ball back. Once again, it's Turner. Turner moving the pile, staying in bounds to the 38-yard line, and Matt Rizzo burns his final timeout. So it comes down to this play, 3rd and about 7 here for Indian Trail. Bradford needs a stop here to force a punt. Meanwhile, we mentioned Indian Trail. They've got the tougher road to hoe. They've got Franklin at home. Franklin next week. And then they're at Horlick and finish up the season at home against Oak Creek. So really, they've got the 3 teams that are with them at the top half of the standings.
But we have to put a little wrinkle on that.
Yes.
That first game that you see on the top of the list, 21-7, that was a game that was stopped because of lightning on the Friday night. Many teams came back, played on Saturday. 1 team even, or 2 teams played on Sunday. Another school came back on the Monday. They opted not to, but the WIA has said they're going to have to play that game the Monday after the regular season. And if obviously it looks like a good chance that we're going to see Indian Trail in the playoffs, well, that game in some ways becomes meaningless because the seeding already will have been done.
And they'll use that as the seeding marker for both Germantown and Indian Trail. Here we go, 3rd down and 8. Wenberg in trouble, gets out of 1 tackle. Stays in bounds, though, at the 41-yard line. Bradford will get the stop, but the clock will roll. They are out of timeouts.
And we may see a lost start. If you're going to do a so-called corner kick, a la the pooch, now is the time if you're Indian Trail and your punter can do the right job. Only problem with it, too many punters overcompensate it, kick it out of bounds much further up the field. But you see the good punters, they put that puppy to the corner inside the 10, so there's no chance of any run back.
Officials are stopping time here. Once again, I'm baffled at what Jefferson Davis, our referee, is seeing tonight on the Bradford sideline. I think he wants to keep the coaches on the white between the 35s is what he's trying to do.
That was number 7, though, that came off the field, Trey Glass, and I'm not quite sure why that was signaled, whether the referee noticed something about Glass, whether he considered him injured.
Indian Trail going to take this down as far as they can here. They might even take the penalty as well.
Yeah, and then just tell your guy, kick it into the end zone. Like I said, I don't know how many guys practice.
So the delay of game penalty here against the Hawks stops the clock with 91 seconds to play. They'll step off the 5-yard penalty. That will give Stephen Baker some room here. I think that changes that corner kick now. You just say, hey, son, kick it to Pleasant Prairie if you can.
Yeah. Well, no matter who wins this game, both coaches can be extremely proud of their teams. They both have played hard, played physical. It's been a good, clean game. It's one of those games, it's a shame either team has to lose.
High snap. Baker gets it down, gets this one away, an end-over-end kick. The catch is made, but then drop ball came out. It's loose inside the 10 and recovered by the Red Devils. My goodness, falling on it that time, Amir Woods. Whew. Close call there. It was Nick Ward. Lost it on the way down. That's a lost start as well on the tackle. Justin Smith with the strip.
Excellent coverage by Justin Smith. Got downfield, had himself in a position to make that tackle. 121.
From your own 6.
No timeouts left.
You got to go 94 yards. Or at least get yourself in field goal range here for Romanovic to tie the ball game. Tony Martin, quarterback for the Red Devils. From his own end zone. Goes back over the middle, completes the pass across the 20 out to the 24-yard line. Cody Tostrud with the catch, Justin Smith with the tackle. Clock stopped while they reset the chains on a Wisconsin Lutheran College first down.
I still suggest one of the things you got to think about doing is, be able to send Mr. Doak up the seam and try to free him.
Martin's pass thrown short, incomplete.
Yeah, you get those wide receivers and you have Doak run a seam pattern right up the hash marks, gives you a chance.
Second down, 10 from the 25. Minute 8 to play. Bradford down 3. Martin again, far sideline, thrown short and incomplete. Was looking for Williams that time on that far sideline. So 3rd and 10 Bradford from their own 25. Two by two in the receiving core here. Doak the third, the single back. Martin on 3rd down, comes back near side, thrown high. Catch is on the ground, now they're ruling incomplete. Godfrey got a hand on it, but lost it. The officials ruling he never had control of it, so the incomplete pass will take another look.
At that time, you could see Doak trying to sneak out into the flat. They just didn't get the chance to get that ball back to him.
Well, he had it completely in his hands, and then as he brought it down, lost it off his right hip. So 4th and 10 Bradford. They need a first down to keep this one alive, and they get it out across the 41-yard line. Williams, Marquand Williams with the catch. Clock stopped, 52 seconds to play on the first down. Great job there, getting through Danny Jones. Martin now comes back near side, completes the pass. Godfrey across midfield and out of bounds, short of the 45-yard line.
Smart move there as he took that ball out of bounds.
Jakari Godfrey, who caught the touchdown on the last drive to close to within 3. Smart play there. Red Devil fans on their feet. 44 seconds to play, down 3. Martin again to the air. Again completes the pass. Be stopped short of the first down. Marquand Williams about a yard short. Bradford's got to hurry up. Clock ticking away. Martin throws it far sideline, completes the pass and out of bounds. Once again, Marquand Williams with the first down, stops the clock with 27 seconds to go.
Now Indian Trail choosing to rush only 4, drop 7. See if they decide to work a little angle blitz, try to put that pressure on the quarterback.
First and 10, Bradford at the Indian Trail 33-yard line. Martin again to the air. Over the middle, caught inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. This time it's Jasir Woods with the reception. Again, the clock will stop while they reset the chains.
I think they'll clock the ball here.
Martin in under center, that's what he'll do. He'll stop the clock. 21 seconds to go. Bradford starting this drive from their own 6-yard line. Now getting close to field goal range for Romanovic. Nico Romanovic had a 41-yard field goal against Franklin a couple weeks back. Second and 10. Comes back, near side, catch is made, and out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Once again, Jakari Godfrey with a nice catch. Clock kept rolling here. It's 8 seconds showing. They clock it.
Why is the clock running? The clock operator, the officials have got to put some time on the clock.
They got to reset that clock. It was down to 8 seconds. When he was out of bounds, there was a good 22 seconds showing on the clock. I think the officials may be putting some more time back on the clock here. We've had trouble in the first half with the clock. So I think Jefferson Davis, our referee here, gonna decision time here for Matt Rizzo. If this is gonna hold with 8 seconds left, you take one shot here in the end zone and then attempt the field goal for the tie.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see just exactly what Jefferson Davis is going to tell these folks.
That's what Matt Rizzo's upset about. He feels there should be some more time put on the clock. His player, Tony Martin, did clock the ball, but the clock kept rolling. I think that's what's going to happen here. Yep. They're going to add some time here. I think they're going to call it up here to the Bradford coach's box here.
And he was out of bounds.
So they're going to put 5 seconds back on the clock, get it to 13. Yeah, they're going to reset the clock here to 13 seconds. Quickly to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
So guys, like you said, they're going to add 5 seconds. This clock has been a little weird all night long. You know, stick at 12 and then go to 8. They know about it, but there's not a lot they can do.
Again,
I'm sure Coach Rizzo is trying to figure out this is a home game.
Yes.
And things aren't going my way here.
So 13 seconds on the clock. The down marker says 4.
Yeah, they clocked it.
Clocked it and then ran another play. It should be, they clocked it, it should be third down, correct?
No, they had 2 passes.
Let's see what they're going to do here.
I'm sure Coach McKay wants to know what's going on as well.
He clocked the ball on first down, ran a play on second down, should be. Now Jefferson Davis having a long conversation with Mike McKay. So it is fourth down with 13 seconds to play. So now we got point counterpoint here.
Against White. The first one is no penalty. No.
So a sideline warning against Indian Trail. The first one is a warning, so there's no flag. So it is fourth down. We got that clear, so Romanovic is on. to try and tie the ball game with 13 seconds left. He hit from 41 against Franklin. This will be a 28-yarder from the near hash mark. No wind to speak of. Let's see if Indian Trail tries to ice him here.
Puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders of a young freshman.
From the 18, a 28-yarder. High snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is no good, wide left. He hooked it wide left. It just missed the left upright. And Indian Trail hangs on late. Here's a good look. It was a high snap, and it was left all the way. And the Hawks survive one in the inaugural game at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. 10 seconds left. Indian Trail just has to take a knee.
You see, his coaches, his fellow players trying to console him. And it never comes down to one play. That's something that players always know. Unfortunately, you sometimes feel it's on your shoulders. But Kenosha Bradford is definitely the best 1-5 team you're going to see.
Really, the only thing there was the high snap, but credit Andrew Witkowski for getting it down. I don't know if it was tipped maybe at the line. It might have been blocked. As Indian Trail takes the knee, and this one is over. Kenosha Indian Trail playoff eligible, picking up their 4th conference win, and they do it in heroic fashion here tonight as they turn back Bradford late. Romanovic, the 28-yard field goal in the final 13 seconds. That goes wide left, but a valiant effort once again by the Bradford Red Devils. You talk about last week against Horlick, they had opportunities. They had opportunities against Wilmot in the very first game of the season.
And dependent upon what happens with Franklin tomorrow night, it sets the stage for what could be the battle for first place in the Southeast when Franklin meets Indian Trail next week.
You couldn't ask for much more here tonight. Bradford started that drive on their own 6-yard line. Drove it inside the 20. Had to use their timeouts on defense. That's what hurt. They weren't able to get the initial stop early in that drive. Indian Trail was able to pick up that extra first down to force the Red Devils to burn their final 2 timeouts to get the ball back. And
that blow-in coverage where they gave Indian Trail that touchdown when they've been playing such tough defense, that was the backbreaker.
So Indian Trail Hawks, 2nd straight win in this series, now take a 3-2 advantage against their crosstown rivals. They'll retain the Devil Hawk trophy that they play for, and they will pick up an extra piece of hardware tonight, the Badger Max trophy.
Yeah, 2 teams putting on just a fantastic exhibition. Bradford players coming over here to the sideline to salute their fans.
We'll take our break. We'll be back with our player of the game and the awarding of the trophies, plural, right after this on My 24. What a ball game tonight in the inaugural game at Mary D. Bradford Stadium. Indian Trail Hawks hang on at the end. They missed 28-yard field goal in the final seconds as the Hawks hold back the Red Devils by a score of 41-38. In the fashion industry, Armani means a lot. In the football in Kenosha means even more. We head down to Mike McGivern.
John Weiser using the Armani line. Well done on that. Armani, you're U.S. Army player of the game, 9 catches, just under 162 touchdowns. Man, that's a big game. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that quarterback's throwing a good ball to you.
Yeah, amazing balls. That's who I owe everything to. He's just throwing great balls, and I'm getting open.
Hey, and you want to probably thank that offensive line because they're giving him time, giving you a little time to get down the field.
Of course, yes. I'd like to thank Ben Bingham and the rest of the O-line, and they just doing a great job.
Man, that's awesome. U.S. Army Player of the Game. Sergeant, come on.
Hey, on behalf of the U.S. Army, I'd like to present you with the U.S. player or the player of the game. Have a good one.
Thank you, bud. Back to you, boys.
Mike, thank you. Armani Carmichael, our player of the game tonight, brought to us all season long by the U.S. Army. Army strong. A pair of touchdowns tonight for Armani Carmichael.
A number of players in both teams certainly showed themselves well, but Armani had some key catches there.
This beautiful reception here. Able to haul that one down. 9 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight for Armani Carmichael. Again, our U.S. Army player of the game, brought to us all season long by the United States Army. Army strong. 41-38, back downstairs to Mike McGivern for trophies tonight.
You know, boys, doesn't matter if Coach McKay wins or loses, he's always giving me smack. I love that about him. Coach, really good win. You guys hung in there against, look, they said the best 1-5 team in probably the state. That's a really good football team you just beat.
That's a great football team. It was a great game. It could have gone either way, and I just really enjoy the way both teams fought to the very end.
You know, Coach, you got to feel really, really proud about how this team hung in there at the end. There was a couple of issues on this sidelines with the clock and all that. Your guys seemed to stay focused and play football for 4 quarters. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, I thought that actually kind of helped us. We were gassed there at the end, and fortunately, we were just able to make a big play right at the very end there.
You got it. Badger Max team trophy.
Coach, outstanding game. Awesome win. Here you go. Take that home with you. Cheers.
Back to you, boys.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Badger Max Hardware for Mike McKay and the Indian Trail Hawks, a 41-38 victory over the Bradford Red Devils. We'll take one more break, a final word from Mary D. Bradford Stadium right after this. Indian Trail Hawks become playoff eligible, picking up their 4th conference win tonight to go to 4-0 in the Southeast Conference, 41-38 over Bradford.
Just hope Bradford is able to rebound and get those 3 wins. They deserve to be in the playoffs.
Bradford at Park next week. Indian Trail will host Franklin in what will be a gauntlet for them. Next week, we hit the City Conference, the newly renovated South Stadium in Milwaukee, as Riverside takes on Hamilton for their homecoming game. So make sure you tune in next Thursday night at 7 right here on My 24. City Conference action, Hamilton and Riverside. For Mike McGivern and Kara, Terry Kelly, John Weiser, and our entire My 24 sports team saying good night from Kenosha. Your final score, Indian Trail over Kenosha Bradford, 41-38. Our Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24.
Badger Max Thursday Night Lights presented by Northwest Surgery Center on My 24 is brought to you by Badger Max Premium Sports Drinks. Drink it to the max. Northwest Surgery Center. Menards. And by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Additional support has been provided by the U.S. Army, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan.